Okay, hello and welcome back to another episode of All the Mods 10. So as you can see, we're growing some intro over here. I've got these guys because we're gonna need some intro for some stuff, but most of that's actually going to be for the wireless terminals, which overall are not going to be that insane. We just need a couple actual wireless terminals. We need some wireless receivers, which is just some Fluix pearls and such. So, for this, we're going to need 2 wireless receivers. We're also going to need some ME terminals, which is just going to be some annihilation cores, some of the good old-fashioned formation cores, which should be fine, and then some dense energy cells, which overall are going to cost us a little bit, but not an insane amount, thankfully. And that's, of course, in comparison to other things that we could potentially be needing to make. 1, 2, 3... 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We get ourselves another little bit of those guys, and then all we really need now is a calculation processor, which is printed calculation circuits, silicon, and redstone. So we are gonna need the presses. So press, calculation press, silicon press, and then logic press and engineering press. And of course, we could make these in the extended inscriber, which is what we're going to need the crystal assembler for, which is why we need entro, because we need entro-infused ingots to actually start any of that. But of course, I could do that in water, but that's not going to be as efficient as if it were in actual all this using entro dust to actually make the stuff to get the crystal assembler. But we're going to have to do some in-world stuff, but it'll be good. So we need some silicon first, which means I need some silicon, which thankfully we've got a little bit of. I mean, not a crazy amount, as well as Certus quartz, which, you know, just a little bit of that too. I mean, we're a little low, so I do want to make sure that I'm securing, you know, a good amount. Anywho, let's come back down to our little inscribey doohicker. So we've got our calculation, and then we're just gonna chuck in some Certus quartz. And I'm gonna need some cards, so we're actually gonna need the speed card, which it's advanced AE, so we're gonna need speed upgrade, which should be a thing. Nope. What is it actually called? At applied. What's it called? It's called the acceleration card, which is an advanced card, which is more calculation processors. So acceleration cards, we're gonna need a bunch of those guys for just speeding some stuff up real quick. Of course, nothing absolutely absurd. We're just gonna get probably 8 at a time for right now. I think 8's good. And then we're gonna need ourselves some silicon, and then we're just gonna chuck in 8 of you as well, just to get up, you know, a little bit. I could make a bunch more inscribers, which I probably should do. And all this is just so we can access our terminals from everywhere. So we're also gonna need a wireless point, which is gonna be another thing. So yeah, we're just gonna need a lot of these calculation processors. And then I'm also gonna need redstone, which thankfully we've got just a little bit of. Not a crazy amount, not anywhere near infinite. Just kidding. But overall, you know, not bad at all. Anywho, what do we actually need these guys for? Well, we're gonna need to make a whole lot more of these kinds of things. So overall, we're just gonna need to be worrying about a couple different things, as well as I got a bunch of bees. So I currently have diamond bees, lapis bees, redstone bees, arcanus bees, sweat bees, blue banded bees, quarry bees, blue band nomad, ashy mining, blue banded, glowing bee, leafcutter bee, digger bee, chocolate, neon cuckoo, cinnabar, lapis, yellow carpenter. I got a bunch of bees. I'm working on that. That's going to be a whole thing that I have to take care of in a little bit. But for now, we can chuck those guys in there. We're going to get ourselves a couple of the calculation presses. And that'll be perfect, because now we've got ourselves 1 calculation processor, which we can turn into the ME wireless access point, which of course is going to go on the underside of that. And we're going to have to actually put in the wireless boosters. So, wireless booster card, and the quantum bridge card is the one that we actually want, which is going to be this guy, which we need quantum rings for, which is just essentially a fancy way of saying we're going to need a bunch of different things. So the quantum rings are essentially dense cables, so it's the ME smart cables, which is the Fluix ME smart cables, which are Fluix ME covered cables, which we can just craft up a couple of. And for that, I'm going to need to make a bunch more of the actual cable stuff, because we're going to need quite a few cables. So for that, we're going to need those, which is just quartz fiber, which we can get a little bit of. And then we're going to have to go back down the line, of course, because it's a little bit much. So quartz fibers turns into those guys, which will turn into the dense cables, which will turn into the covered cables. So covered cables, which will turn into the dense cables. And that's just going to be cable. We'll just combine 4 of these guys, right, into 1, 2, 3, 4, because I think I only need 4 of these guys. Yep, perfect. Then I need another advanced card. And we also need the advanced cards for these guys, which thankfully is not going to be too crazy, because we just got 7 more. So now what I'm going to need to do is just chuck in Certus quartz, chuck in the calculation processor things, and then now we can do this real quick, because we're going to actually need a couple of these cards. So that's going to be a little bit of them. Get ourselves a couple more of the advanced cards. And then I think we're going to start off with just getting some acceleration cards. Of course, these guys are going to speed that up quite a bit, which is going to be very, very helpful for this. So then from there, we can also get ourselves some more advanced cards. And then all we need is the quantum link chamber, which means we need some more quartz glass, which is not crazy difficult to get. For that, we just need actual glass, which should be able to, so scratch glass, clear glass, which is normal glass, which I guess I just need sand for, which is a good thing. I've got plenty of sand, so not really an issue. I do need better fuel sources, so how do I make the dark oak wood? So dark oak logs are gonna be those guys, so then I'll just grab a stack of each of those guys for fuel, and that should be able to smelt up the stack of these guys, because I think it's 1.5 items per thing for the wood. So at least got some glass from that guy, which is perfect, because we still need a bunch more of the quartz glass. Gonna get 12 more of you guys, then we need 2 more Fluix pearls, and I need a bunch more of those though, a bunch of other stuff. So we got the quantum link chamber, then we need the quantum rings, which are of course going to be the dense smart cables, which are going to be cable Fluix ME dense, okay, covered cable. So then we go smartificate them. So to smartificate the cables, oh, I need the, okay. Oops. So cable, and then we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we go back, and then we chuck that back in there, and then we go redstone, and then we go glowstone. Glowstone, hooray! And then we get ourselves some of the Fluix ME smart cables, which is perfect. And now we're going to get closer to getting the quantum bridge card, which is cool because we got the advanced stuff. And then now we need the engineering processor, which is a printed engineering circuit, which is the engineering press on diamonds. So diamonds, diamondes. Of course, we're going to grab you guys. This guy is probably running out of power because we are awake during the night, which means that we're going to run out of power quite quickly, unfortunately. Energy cell. I've got a starter energy cell. It's not going to be doing much. Yeah, it's fine. It's all good. Okay, so now these guys should be pumping them out perfect. And then now we need the engineering press with diamonds, which will get us the engineering circuits. And then I'm going to need lots of silicon presses as well, which isn't going to be too big of a thing. But we're going to need a bunch of these guys. And then we have energy cells, and we'll be able to get the quantum bridge card, which will let us essentially Upgrade card allows linking them to a quantum bridge. Quantum bridge card into a quantum entangled singularity in your wireless terminal. Put the other singularity in the quantum bridge connected to your network. So, quantum entangled singularity. Create a connection between two quantum network bridges. Always produce matching pairs. Catch place of one of the paired quantum entangles. Okay. Link chamber, quantum link chamber of each side. Okay. 32 channels in total. Okay. So, if we go quantum, there's a bunch of quantum stuff. We've got to make these eventually, but that's just for the finished stuff. So, quantum catchers, that's forbidden in Arcanus. Quantum computer storage, quantum data entangler. Co-processing threads, quantum storage components, which is what we need for the actual quantum boots. So this will get us the wireless universal terminal stuff, which is the quantum bridge card, which alternative method to get wireless interdimensional access to you need a quantum bridge connected at your base and a quantum bridge card in your terminal. Okay, cool. Perfect. So for that, we'll need actually to get the quantum network bridge, which is quantum rings, and then quantum link chambers, and then quantum entangled singularities. Which is singularities, which is reaction chamber with matter balls, which matter balls are matter condensers. But how do we actually get, okay, ender pearl, the singularity goes into an explosion. Cool. Matter condenser, or that, which is, I don't even know how, like, what did, so matter condenser is what we're gonna need, or the reaction chamber. We already have a reaction chamber, so I might as well use the reaction chamber. But I think I still need a matter condenser to get these guys. So, yeah, in-world transformation is the only way to get the singularities, but these guys, matter balls are that stuff into those. Okay, gotcha. Well, regardless, we got these guys now, so now we can take the silicon. We need a bunch more silicon now, which is going to take a little bit of time to get. So, while we're waiting, let's get ourselves our first little bit of endo clusters. So we get our endro crystals. We're going to get ourselves, that's our biggest one. And then now from the endro crystals, to get ourselves the crystal assembler, we need 32 endro dust, which endro dust is that, so crusher, endro dust, quick and simple. We're gonna need one more big thing of you, which is perfect, because we just got it. It's 16, looks like we're gonna need one more, which is thankfully already grown, which is another 9, which is perfect, because now we've got all that we need. So now I should be able to come down here, and we've got 40 printed silicon. It's not done yet. I think the one limiting thing is actually our energy right now. Yep, not generating enough power. So, solar panel starter are hardened. I don't know what kind of solar panel this guy has. Basic. Okay, no wonder it's not able to keep up. Let's check it out with a hardened. Is that good enough? Yeah, it looks like it's plenty right now. So we'll get you guys, which will turn into you guys, which I will be able to combine with you guys to get calculation processors. Then I'm going to need even more silicon to get those guys. So I'm going to need another inscriber, I guess. Which isn't too bad. So then I should be able to just chuck this guy right here. And our acceleration cards are going to chuck in there. Which is going to get us a bunch more printed silicon, which is perfect. That way we get the calculation processors that we need. So now I should be able to craft up this card. I need engineering processors for the card. Yeah, that's right. Okay, but what about the crystal assembler? We've got those guys. All I need is the reaction chamber. So, reaction... Did I put it in here? I probably did. I took the shadow glaive off because it was killing the bees, which was a pain, but I guess I can put it back on right now. Did I ever get the reaction chamber, or did I just plop... Oh yeah, I plopped it down over here. So, then once we get the Endro dust, then I can go with some lapis and gold. So we'll get some gold, some lapis, and I only need half a stack of each, which is fine. That will craft up a stack of Endro eventually. I'm gonna accelerate it as fast as I can in here with the acceleration cards, which seem to work quite rapidly, thankfully. Let's get ourselves these guys then. Extended machine frames, and that will get us, we're gonna need more Fluix cables, which means I need more Certus quartz dust, which is fine. But for that, I'm gonna need you, I'm gonna need you, I'm gonna need you. Let's get ourselves 27 of you guys, which will give us a stack of you, which is perfect. And then now I think I need a crafting terminal, and that's it, which is just gonna be you. Crafting terminal. And then we get ourselves a crystal assembler, which will go right down here. Nope, wrong place. You're gonna go here. Perfect. So, crystal assembler. Now we'll go down there. Auto export. I guess it needs to be connected to the actual controller probably, so let's just put you here, I guess. That way it'll probably work, I hope. And from there, Fluix ME Dense Smart Cable. Wait, it connected on the front face, so would it connect on the side face is the real question. It does, okay, well that's fine then, perfect. So, then the reason for that is to get even more Endro stuff. And also to craft up certain things. So, from there, we need the wireless crafting terminals. But for that, I also need to get these guys, the printed engineering processors, which is perfect. So chuck you guys in there. Let's grab ourselves the rest of the calculation ones. And then we can grab ourselves some more engineering ones, and from there we should be able to craft up the ME quantum links. So, one. Now I need more logic processors, which is going to be logic press. So, logic press with gold. Gold being this stuff, which is tasty. You love to see it. Let's get ourselves some gold, and then for that I'm also going to need more silicon. So, silicon. Printed silicon, and scrap a silicon press, and I'll use the rest of the silicon, I guess. 34, you guys, that's pretty good, pretty dope. Okay, we're so close. And then I just need a quantum entangled singularity. There's a singularity, which is the reaction chamber with matter balls, which is the matter condenser. So, matter condenser, gonna be you. Which... Okay, if I feed it something I have a lot of, like if I feed it bones, will it do a thing? Into matter balls. Okay, so if I take this, will it... So 0 energy stored out of 0. Okay. So that means that I'm gonna have to do a thing. Unless it's putting them into the... It's not. Okay. It's empty. It's just a single block thing, so it doesn't, I guess, need a different guy. So I guess I can put it up there. That guy's done. I guess I can silicon press up here now. We can come down here and we can take out our logic stuff. And from there, printed logic circuits. Then we get the quartz glass stuff. All this is so that we can actually access our storage from anywhere. But the matter condenser... I guess I need storage components. Wait, do I? Why would I need storage components? Wait, condense it into singularities. Wait, that's how we can get a singularity, is just by condensing it into singularities. Okay. And then, can I do this? Zero energy storage. So I need to condense it into a singularity. I need at least a 64K ME storage component, which is those guys, which is those guys, which is these guys. So for that I need these, and for that I need that, and then redstone, and then logic. Which I can chuck in there, and then I do those, and then I need not just one, I need... So I need 3, which means I need 9, which means I need 81 of the 1Ks. So 81 1Ks to 164K. Okay, well, we're on our way. We're getting a start. You know, that's good enough, right? Okay, logic processors, which means we can now make the quantum rings. So we got the 4 of those guys, which means we get the quantum bridge card, which is perfect because now we've got that accomplished. We can also get, we don't need the greater energy card, we don't need that anymore. We need the wireless crafting terminal, which is going to be a normal wireless terminal, which is going to be the ME terminal. ME terminal, we've already got that. We need then the crafting terminal, which means that now I need the dense energy cell, which is why I got all that stuff, which means now I can craft it. Which now we got a wireless crafting terminal. Now we need a wireless universal terminal, which means I need another terminal, which is... I guess I don't really need a wireless universal terminal yet, so we'll save that for future stuff. Because it's pointless. And from here, we can put in import card and then the greater energy card. Yeah, okay, perfect. So then we need the 64K stuff, which means I need more silicon. Silicon. Okay. Get a little bit of extra silicon. This stuff is gonna get... I guess... This stack is gonna get pumped in here. Let's get another sleep in, so that we get some rest, so that we are able to actually continue this, because holy, this is a lot to cover. Anyway, we can also get ourselves the Endrocrust clusters, which are fully grown at this point. Most of them are, at least. Which is 59 more Endro, which is perfect. And Endro is something that we can't even craft from other stuff, so it's actually very, very helpful for us to get it like this. Anyway, advanced pattern provider upgrade, assembler matrix wall, extended machine frame, mycelial generator. Okay, but regardless, we need the ME storage component stuff, which means we need a lot of the silicon. And from this, I do think, so, acceleration card. Okay. One type and use 520. Okay. So from here, I think if I were to do this, and we get type Yeah, item pipes, ultimate item pipes. Let me do this, and then I go like this. Then what I can do is I can take the matter condenser, chuck you up here, grab the pipe wrench, take that out, do this, turn that into a whitelist, and then we go bone. Matter condenser. I chuck in bones. Are we getting rid of bones? Bones are leaving the system at a rapid rate, but nothing's happening in here because the matter condenser is not have anything to actually have it store anything with. So we need more glowstone, which is fine. And then I need more ME storage components, which is fine too. So we got 20 total, then we can get ourselves 58 total. Now I need more logic stuff, so logic. And then gold. So we go like that, and then we come back down here, we grab you, then we come back here and we get our silicon. I have more silicon seeds, which is cool. And over here, this entire area is kind of blocked off, but I can temporarily house silicon seeds right there, which is perfect for this because it should be working just fine, and these guys are going to continue to craft intro crystals, which are perfect. And then we're gonna get even more of those, and redstone. We need 81 total, so that's gonna be a stack of 64 plus, what? So 21, 23, that's gonna be 73, which means... Wait, 81. So... okay, I think that's gonna be exactly how many we need. So, I think, at least, I'm not 100% certain, I didn't do the math properly. I didn't want a brain, my brain's hurting, so... I just decided to stop. I think the math checks out, because that's 65... Come on, so, that's gonna be 65, and then we've got an additional, 16, 26... So, I think that checks out. I think. I hope. Yeah, because that's... Wait, no. No, it's gonna give us 90, 91. But you know what? That's fine, too. I don't really hate it. Yeah, 91. But now we get ourselves a bunch of you guys. And what do I actually need for these? I probably need more quartz glass, which means I need more quartz. Dust, which is fine, and then I need more glass, which is just gonna be sand smelted. Which I already have a bunch of, because I forgot to pull it out, which is fine. That's cool. Let's get ourselves some quartz glass. So we get ourselves some of the quartz glass, get ourselves 2 stacks of quartz glass, that's good. Then we get ourselves a bunch of 4K components. Then we get ourselves a bunch of 16K components. Then we get ourselves a singular, or 3 64K. Oh, because I was doing the math for the next one up. The 256. I guess that makes sense, it's fine. 256 ME. Cool. So now, if I change the mode to ignored, that will start to accumulate, and that's going to be perfect. And then I need an importer. Importer, import bus, which export bus, which formation course, logic processor, which means I need more silicon, so silicon, which is perfect. Okay, there should be silicon pressed down here, which is perfect because there is. And then I just need to come down here, grab you guys, grab those guys, put them in there, and we get ourselves the logic processors, which are required in order to get a formation core. An import bus is that guy. And then I just need import bus. That way from there, what I can do is smack my backpack down right there. And now I need more acceleration cards. So, acceleration cards, one. Oops. Well, that's just one of them. That's fine, I guess. So we can come over here and we can grab 2 out of you. And then we can chuck them in here. And then now it'll go a little faster. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Capacity card. So, card components, capacity card, increased amount of filter slots. Okay, that's filter slot stuff. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. So from here, we just simply wait for the bones to be filtered. We also need to get most of this stuff into our system, because otherwise it's just going to take up a ton of space. So let's just get all this stuff clicked in here. And I guess I can put the card... Wait, I got a teak sapling. Where did I get that from? Wait, was that in my... What? When did I... Huh? When did I get that? Wait, did I get that from the pollinated... That's... Okay, that's crazy. Because that's the sapling that we need. Also, I guess what I can do is I can just shift-click out bones. And then turn off the pickup upgrade. That way we get even more bones out even quicker, because I have a magnet. Which means that what I will be able to do is get down to like 90,000 here, and then from here, I'll be able to just shift-click them in. Nice and simple. There's a bunch more bones down there, which of course we're going to grab real quick, and then we're just going to shift-click them in, because now what we'll be able to do is get so many bones. Because what we need to do is get 200,000 bones into here, and we only have 127,000 in here, which is not enough. I don't know if you guys know this, but it's not enough. So, we got to get even more bones out. We got to get down to, I think, 50,000 for this one. That way we'll be able to get it down enough so that the rest of it can be taken out slowly. Actually, you know what? Screw it. We'll get down to 45,000. Because I want to get as many as I can as quick as I can. Because otherwise this is going to take way, way too long. And quantum stuff is going to take way, way longer than I want. So let's do this. So we're down here now. I grab all the bones. Just chuck them in here. And then I need to grow the teak sapling, of course. But, like, that's a secondary thing. That's not as important. There we go, and that's going to be those guys. So now we have 26k bones in here, and now we can get even more bones out. Because we can get bones so much quicker through our inventory than we can actually through the ME import. Because it's not fully upgraded yet and stuff, so... Because I think we need better stuff, but that's fine. Now we do this, we get those guys chucked in. We can get the bones filtered out, and what I will actually do is I will pick up our backpack again, because I'm a little tired of having all this stuff filling up our inventory. So we got a bunch of growth accelerators, I still have the Insanium farmland, I still have a bunch of Insanium and stuff, but we also have our wireless crafting terminal, which is missing the Singularity there. But we have a teak sapling. Which means, what is it for the next tier of sapling? It's down here, productive trees. Teak goes into Capic, which is jungle and teak. So, teak sapling. Thus bone meal will grow into a teak tree. Now, eventually these guys will have more guys in them. They all have simulation stuff, so I don't accidentally kill the bees that are in them. But I need to fill this one up with more bees that love pollen, as well as it's more these guys that need to be filled up. So, which ones are not solitary? So, glowing bees are not solitary. Digger bees are not solitary. Cinnabar bees are hive bees. Lapis bees are hive bees. It seems like most of the bees are hive bees, unfortunately. But I need to find, or non-hive, they're solitary, which is a little annoying, but it's fine. It's not really a bummer, but it's all good. We're gonna chuck our bumia back in there, and we've got a bunch of stuff as well. So what do we actually need for this? We need to get the Singularity stuff taken care of, which is happening in here. I still need more bones, which means I guess I can warp arm. And then from here, we're going to void. That's mod match void. More wanna match like the type. See armors. There we go. So now we'll get rid of all the armor because I don't need any of this stuff anymore. And then tools. I need tools voided too. Enchantables. That's a bigger one. That's gonna be a bigger one. And that's all I really need voided, is just those guys in particular. Because we're gonna get all the gems and stuff we really need through everything else. But these are just gonna fill up with so much useless things that it's like, what's even the point? So, let's get all the bones out. Let's get you guys out. Let's get you guys out. And let's get all the bones out of here too. Advanced void. Enchantables. And then what we should be able to do from there is I should be able to just shift click them out into my inventory and then shift click them back in. And of course being careful, because if I shift click my own good stuff in, it will just destroy it, but that's fine. Because we can always make more, because we've got plenty of materials for them. But I do gotta just be a little bit careful. Because what we're mostly just trying to get rid of is the stuff that won't stack. Because I need lots of bones. And that's all that stuff. I need to remove stuff, which is mostly going to be... It's mostly just gonna be all this stuff, pretty much. So then we put this in, and then we go down, and enchantables are no longer happening here. Which is perfect, so then everything's just gonna go in, and everything's gonna compress just fine. Then we put that back in, we go down enchantables again. And now, we're also gonna put bundles, because bundles are annoying. But, that should be all those guys in here. So now what we should be able to do is just quickly take care of that. Then chuck all this stuff in here. And then we should have a couple bumps. And now we can go back home. And now we're home again. Now I can, I guess, turn off the pickup upgrade. And now we'll just chuck everything and get everything into our system. And right now, but we're just taking care of a couple extra things. So first off, we're gonna go through and grab ourselves a little bit more of these intro clusters. We're also going to come over here and grab our Singularity from our matter condenser. We're also going to get ourselves a couple quests completed. So now all we need for the quantum network bridge is the actual quantum entangled singularity, which means that we first need to go here and we need to deactivate our magnet so that it's turned off to actually come up here. And what we're going to be doing is putting down our tiny TNT, singularity, that guy. Oops. Probably should take off our universal attractor, chuck them in there. And then we chuck that on the ground, that on the ground. Then we light our tiny TNT. We let it explode. And this should give us 2 quantum entangled singularities, which is perfect because that's exactly what it did. And now what we should be able to do is reactivate our magnets, and we can probably put down the universal attractor back on because it doesn't really hurt us at all. But now we've got that stuff taken care of. Now what we can do is take these guys and take those, as well as shove one of them into that guy, quantum entangled singularity. Then from here we will need to connect this up to our system like this. This should work, I think. Yep, perfect. And then we chuck that in there. And device offline. Why is it offline? I don't know why it's offline. Open guide. Essentially acting like a wireless dense cable. Okay. Spatial anchor, other chunk loader. Okay. Okay, it's not very difficult, but it's not technically attached. Do I need to actually cable it on? I probably do. So we're going to cable. Send me smart cable. I should probably get some of the wait. How do I make these guys again? I need the dense, but for that I need the covered, which is just wool. Which is wool, 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 which is wool. Which I guess, string. Do I have string in here? I do. I've got plenty of string. Perfect. So we can craft up a couple stacks of wool. And then what I can do is cable and wool. And then we combine those guys. We get a bunch of those. And then cable, and we get ourselves a little bit of the, what's it called? Glowstone and redstone. Redstone, and that should be able to get us the Fluix ME smart cables, and then we'll be able to get ourselves a couple dense cables from that. I can take off you because you do nothing. Then I can combine those guys that should attach. That way that stuff's all connected now, which means that this guy should be working, which means that now we can access everything from here. Now everything is going to be sorted, descending order. We've got everything, wireless terminal settings, we've got that stuff, and perfect. So now we've got all that stuff taken care of. We can get all of our stuff from anywhere now, regardless. We just have to make sure that this has enough power, which it will automatically charge when we're within range of the wireless player charger. But overall, that's quite dope. So we don't need to link it at all. We don't need to do anything. It's just linked. And now that's going to be all of that stuff finally taken care of, which means that I no longer have to worry about that. So now we can just worry and focus on other stupid things, such as bees, because oh my gosh, have I been spending a ton of time on bees. So, in essence, the way that the bees work is you bees. So actually at productive bees, we have a bunch of bees. The main issue is, okay, at productive bees, we can grab our bamboo beehive, bamboo expansion boxes. Although it looks as though certain things are not where they should or not appearing properly. I don't fully know why. It may just be the range of the storage controller and such, and the way that I have this configured, but we'll be able to figure it out eventually. So we got the bamboo expansion box, the bamboo beehives. We've got a bunch of inferium blocks. I guess I can infuse all that. So infusion crystal, we'll just craft it up all the way up to prudentium, and then the next couple tiers. It's going to take a little bit of time, but that's not a big deal. And this is all just because we need an insane amount of insanium for creative essence. And creative essence we need a bunch of for the ATM star, which of course is the final thing that we need to automate in order to actually complete this mod pack, which is gonna probably take us a while. Sorry about that, I coughed really bad, that was terrible, I'm sorry if you guys heard any of that, but now that we've taken care of this stuff, what we'll be able to do is just craft up an insane amount of insanium. We should be able to get, what's the ratio? I mean, 4 to 4 to 4. So for one stack of blocks, you get 1 supremium block, which then, so 4 stacks gives you 1 insanium, which may seem like a lot, but it's really not, because we need, I think the total factor is 8 blocks of insanium, which means we need 16 total, actually 32 total, 64 total blocks, actually, to get the full thing, which, because each one actually takes a little bit extra because of the gems. The insanium gemstones cost more than insanium dust does, because you need 2 for each insanium essence. So, what we should be able to do here is get a bunch of this damn there prudentium, and then from here we can craft it all up to tertium, which of course it's probably going to still be 20k blocks of prudentium. Will get us a bunch of tertium, which will give us a bunch of imperium, which will then give us a bunch of supremium and then insanium, which then we can craft our first creative essence, which will be quite an entertaining thing, and then we'll be able to breed bees from there, thankfully, hopefully. So that's all of the prudentium. Now we get the tertium into imperium, which will probably get maybe 2 inventories full, no, barely 1 inventory full of imperium, which will then get a couple things of supremium, and then that will turn into about a stack of insanium, and 20, I guess. So now we've got that. Now I need to uncraft a bunch of this stuff, 2 stacks to get insanium stuff, because then I need insanium gemstones, which are going to craft up a little bit of, and then I need insanium gemstone blocks, which are going to craft up, and then we need creative essence, which is this stuff. So, creative essence, we've got that accomplished. It's kind of crazy, but we accomplished it. And we also need insanium coal block for something, so we're just going to get some insanium coal, and then craft that into an insanium coal block, which is cool. Probably already had that, but that's fine. So now we've got that taken care of. We should be able to go back down to productive bees and look at the bees. So I need a sand nest, I need stone nest, I need a bunch of different nests and such to actually get all the bees, but what I do want to look for is what kind of bees we can actually produce based on the bees I already have. So, what we've got is we've got a glowing bee, we've got a... we don't have an insane... You can make insanium bees? What the devil? Crafting recipe for its spawn egg. The bees can't breed among themselves. So, I guess that's ludicrous. That's azure silver, unobtainium bee, moissanite bee, magentite bee, insanium bee. Holy, I need a supremium bee, which means I need that, which means I need prosperity, and then prosperity honey treats, which are going to be the bottler, or incubation. We need egg with a specific thing for those, which I don't know fully how we get the actual honey treats infused with stuff. How do we make honey treats in a special way? I need the bottler, which means honey treats. So make sure to check out which biome. Yeah, you need to have certain bees in certain biomes, but that's fine. What do we actually need to do with? So glowing bees can breed with the osmium bee to get a glowstone, or the chocolate mining bee to get the redstone bee. What we need for this is we actually need to go through a bunch of the other bees. So we need to get diamond bees are hive bee, the chocolate mining bees are solitary. So I guess the diamond bees and other bees and such will still actually pollinate stuff, which is cool. So since these are all hive bees, what I should be able to do, and what I'll need to do, is switch out the lapis bee from that to that. Do I have another redstone bee? I don't think I do. Blue banded bees are solitary too. Cinnabar bees are not. Yellow carpenter bees are solitary. Yeah, everything is solitary other than the ones that we've bred. So that's a little bit of a bummer, because I really don't want to have the solitary bees, because they make things a little bit difficult, because then I can't have a ton of them. So we're gonna get our lapis bee back into, by the way, I can just use this, I guess. So we're gonna get our lapis bee back into a sturdy bee thing, and then we need, I guess I can go down here. I need lapis and other such stuff for honey treats. So honey, that's honeycomb. I need honey treats, which means I need more blocks, which is fine because we've got a bunch of honey stuff, so we can get ourselves a bunch of honey treats. And that's going to be good for that, which means that now what we can do, and I don't know if this works, but I think I'm going to need multiple, so lapis plus redstone is how you get the diamond bee, correct? Diamond bee is lapis and ender bee. Ender bee, I should have an ender bee, right? Do I have an ender bee? Digger bee, glowing, glower bee, leaf cutter bee. Nomad bee, neon cuckoo bee, bee, ashy mining bee. Where is my ender bee? Did I leave it in here? And ender bee, perfect. So what I need to do, bee stinger from the bumble zone. Okay, apparently I killed the bee on accident, I guess. I'm sorry. Have the wither bees been giving us anything? Absolutely nothing. You're useless. Why? They can't breed among themselves. I know this, that's why I put a bunch of them in there. So ender bee plus lapis bee is how you get the diamond bee, which is what we want. What I also want is for things to actually work properly. So you know, I'd love to have the redstone bee. So we've got a diamond bee, and then we need redstone bee. I think the redstone bees are going to be one of the best ways for us to actually get this stuff farmed. Because what I can do is I can just redstone, craft up a bunch of blocks of redstone, and then right over here, since I'm going to be having a bunch of trees over here, and the base range of the beehives is 4x4, or at least it's what it says it is it? Advanced beehives. So, advanced beehives, expansion box, 5 slots total. Where are the upgrades? So, productive bees. Okay, there we go. And then we go over here, over here, over here, over here. That's not... Wait, where are they actually? What? Upgrade. So, productive tree. They're in productive trees. Okay. Productive bees in this hive. That's a bee thing. Range upgrade. So, more breathing space. Multiple upgrades can solve for greater range increase. Changes to produce honey blocks instead of honeycomb. Pokey Pokey gene sampler. Cool. I'm gonna need to make some of these, so we gotta get more range upgrades, which means I need more blocks of iron, which is fine, because blocks of iron are cheap, but then I need honeycomb blocks, which is fine, because I got plenty of honeycomb, and then I can get a bunch of these range upgrades. Which, what I think I'm gonna do is tear down these, because I don't really need them to be right here. Because what I can do, these are all empty, is I can put 2 right here, and then the expansion box is on top. And then what I can do is pollen sieve, alpha, and then range upgrades, pollen sieve, alpha, range upgrades. And then from here, I should be able to just start chucking in redstone bees. But how do I get more redstone bees? I need to get chocolate mining bees and glowing bees. So, chocolate mining bee and glowing bee for more redstone bees. Oh, I already have a breeze bee, which is good. Magmatic bee and the water bee, breeze bee, and then glowing bee, chocolate mining bee will give us the redstone bee, and then from here we're about to get a diamond bee, which is good. But for the actual quest for productive trees, I need teak plus jungle, which means I need another jungle sapling. Jungle sapling, which is perfect, because then I can do that there. And then right here, plus just a little bit of bone meal, we will get ourselves a jungle tree, which then from here we should be able to go through like this. And then once I get a diamond bee, we can raise them up in here. We've got a coal bee. And we gotta wait for the redstone bees to go. I gotta sleep, I guess. Actually, we don't need to sleep. We don't need to sleep at all. There's no reason to sleep. Sleeping's for the weak. But we've got the redstone, we got that stuff, so I'm gonna need as many, so 2 range upgrades is perfect, and then I need bottles, so do I have bottles? Bottles, I should have bottles, yep, got plenty of bottles, so bottles and bottles will go in there. That way we can get all that stuff, and you can have multiple bees, but the issue is like having them and keeping them in the right places and stuff. Those are range upgrades, so these are range upgrades, productivity alpha, and then I'm gonna get glass, I think. Glass. Okay, we don't have quite enough glass. Glass. We want connected glass. Or greenhouse glass, I think. Alice crystal. So I need an empower from actually additions for that. We're gonna ignore that for now then. Where is it? Connected. No border glass. So we want no border glass, which is gonna be a chisel thing, which is fine. We're gonna ignore that then. Connected glass, which is going to be that. So then we need more sand to smelt. For you guys, which is going to be perfect, because then I can just come right up here. We get a bunch of random stuff in our inventory. We get a bunch more glass. I need a bunch more coal for fuel. So fuel, fuel, fuel. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Course, this is not going to be perfect science. We're just getting as much glass as we possibly can. Of course, we're getting connected glass as well. Waiting until everything is fully smelted before I start crafting anything up, because otherwise it's going to be suboptimal. So we get glass, we get glass, we get glass. And then now we chuck all that stuff in there, and we get all the connecting glass that we can. Connecting glass. So 576, which should be a good enough amount for me to surround these 2 trees. And that should be the most space I'll need, is like a 9x9 area. I think that's exactly what I'm gonna do here. So we're gonna go like this. So we get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That. Then we'll end it here. get rid of all these flowers because, I mean, the redstone bees will appreciate them, but only during certain parts of the time, so it doesn't really matter a whole ton. But what I also need is, I guess I can grab it from my ME thing, because I can just grab things directly out of it right now, which is dope. Is my building gadgets. Where did it go? Gadget? Mining gadget? I needed a building gadget. Where's my building gadget? Is it in here? It is in here. Okay. So then we get this, which will then go and... Wait, which key is it? Is it that? Yeah, there we go. Okay. So, surface. Place on top. Fuzzy. Connected area. And then I need to increase the range, I guess. And not connected area, not fuzzy. Connected area, but not fuzzy. There we go. There we go. And that should be mostly working. So now what I should be able to do is just classificate this area and just perfectly encapsulate it, because I don't want any of the bees escaping, and I'm not going to put simulation upgrades in because they cost too much, and the redstone bees are prone to escaping, which is apparently a fun thing they decided to add to this mod, which is like, why would you make it more difficult for me? That's not fun for me. But, you know, they choose things, and that's their prerogative. I don't care that much, honestly. But it's just a little annoying, you know? Anyway, we're gonna get this whole area kind of sealed off. And ultimately, we really want the most pollen we possibly can have. Which, I guess, the best way to do that is probably gonna be, you know, just having a couple backups for these saplings is gonna be a big thing, I think. So I'm gonna grab a couple extra replacements just in case, you know. And then we'll finish building up this wall so that we can get, you know, the trees completely greenhoused in, because I don't want to really leave any openings for potential negative things. So fingers crossed, that should work fine. And of course, after we get to a certain point, it will just be a luck game, which is much easier for this to actually work. Because from there, once it's a luck game, I just need to grow a ton of the trees. But for now, I need to grow a ton of the trees and wait for the bees, which is a little bit annoying. Anyway, it looks like I don't have quite enough yet of the connected glass to finish this entire thing off, so we're gonna have to get a little crafty, you know. I guess I probably should ring the top with glowstone anyways, so glowstone dust, of course. We're gonna craft up some more glowstone, because glowstone is kind of boss. So then we get ourselves another couple stacks of glowstone, which is perfect. And then I guess I really shouldn't be mining this with that, but you know, I should have a pickaxe, right? Yeah, this one has silk touch, which is good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Yeah, we're gonna get all this connected glass back, which is gonna, I think, be helpful. You know, I don't know, I'm a little confused, but overall, by the way, the reason why we can fly, for anyone genuinely curious, is because my chest plate currently has a thing called, you have creative flight. It's a thing that you have to work hard for and get a bunch of RNG stuff figured out for, or just spend a lot of time getting materials so that you can get the RNG fixed for you, which is pretty dope too. But overall, you know, I did it the way I did it because I wanted to do it that way. And overall, I'm happy with it. So, you know, it's not a bad thing. Anyway, let's get you guys all taken care of real quickly here. Still do not have enough yet, but what I do need to do anyway is do a /set warp these trees, and then from here, the bees probably are done breeding, I would assume. So we can get ourselves 2 diamond bees. And then I can chuck in the ender bee and the lapis bee. That one's an adult, that one's a child, that one's a child. So we're gonna chuck in one of the childs. Actually, we'll chuck in both of the childs right there, and then we'll grab that redstone bee and we can chuck the lapis bees away, and then we can start getting the redstone bees bred to the full capacity. So, bee cages in here. So, perfect. Chocolate mining bee, glowing bee. Then we got diamond bees, we got normal bee cages, which are terrible right now. So, redstone bee is gonna go in there. I'm gonna need more baby incubation chambers. So, incubator. Perfect. And then I need more hay bales, which means I need more wheat, which is not a limiting resource. So then I need more hay bales, which is perfect. So then I can take a daylight sensor, which means I need more glass, which means I need more glass, which I needed more glass anyways, because of course I do. So, you know, we're just gonna do this. So we chuck you in there, we chuck you in there, you go there, you go there, and we get ourselves a bunch of glass, which is gonna get all perfectly crafted into exactly what we need, which is the baby incubator for daylight sensors. And then 2, 3, 4 more of you guys, and then we will grab ourselves the rest of the glass and turn it all into connected glass because I can, because screw you. There we go. And I don't know why I went all the way over there. Oh yeah, I needed to get glass. I forgot about that. That's the whole reason I came over there, is because I needed to smelt more glass. There we go. And now what we can do is chuck the connected glass back in there. The baby incubators can go right here, right here. And I guess I can just extend this by 1 or 2. And then, cables. 1, 2, cool. Cables don't want to connect, I guess. Solar panels. So, just get a basic solar panel, I guess. That's fine. It does plenty of power, so it's like, it's not a big issue. We get the redstone bee, and then we get ourselves another redstone bee, and then I need more honey treats, so that's not a big deal either. Just get ourselves some more honey treats. I need more honeycomb for that, which is just honey essence, so we're just gonna get ourselves a little bit of honey essence. And then get ourselves a couple more stacks of honey treats. There we go. Then we get our diamond bee, and then we're gonna get another diamond bee, and then in the breeder, we should be able to chuck in diamond bee plus diamond bee equals diamond bee. And then I can do diamond bees and redstone bees in here as well. So now I get diamonds, diamondes, diamondes, diamondes. Uncompressed block of diamond, and then I can do warp bees and trees, and then over here I can put down 2 of these hives along with the bamboo expansion boxes. I can chuck you guys back in there, and then I can go like this, and perfectly get some diamonds. And then we can start by chucking in diamond bees. So, productivity, pollen upgrade, range. So, productivity, pollen, range. There we go. Perfect. And now I can chuck a diamond bee there. And then I slash warp, or rather slash home, I guess, because that's the closest thing I can go to. You know, it's fine. Gonna get more diamond bees. I need redstone bee to finish getting brought up real quick. Just so that I can successfully do this, because this is gonna take a while if I can't. Okay, there we go. Sturdy bees, and we get our blocks of redstone, range upgrades. Some bees keep dying over here, and it's really unfortunate. So I really feel like I should block this area off. But I know that if I do, nothing's gonna change. But I'm gonna give it a try, I guess. Dirt. Dirt, dirt, dirt. There we go. We get ourselves a little bit of dirt, and then we craft this up. We go like this. Just get a little bit of a dirt wall. And that should hopefully protect the bees that want to keep coming in here. I hope. Fingers crossed. Right? Like... They should be cool. I mean, they're normally nocturnal, so I don't know why they're out right now, but... We got our redstone bees. Perfect. So then we get ourselves that, which will give us a little bit more. Wait, can I double stack it to go quicker? Oh, well, I just did that. That's cool, I guess. And then they go back in here, and they'll start depositing stuff, and then we'll get that stuff, which is perfect. Because apparently, these simulator stuff... requiring flower block or a feeding slab in front of the hive containing the required flower blocks for the bee in the hive. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do, slash set warp. Bee. Perfect. Okay. So then we're getting more diamond bees, more redstone bees. Sorry about that. Let's warp to bees and trees. They're doing a spin. That's cool. What about you? And of course, eventually we will start accumulating pollen. We got diamond combs though, which is perfect. And once we accumulate enough pollen from either of these trees, then what I can do is start artificially pollinating stuff. And the main reason why we need to do that is because I just need to get to Ceylon and then to Purple Crepe. And then from Purple Crepe, then I just need to grow a ton of Purple Crepe saplings, and eventually it'll turn into a Red Crepe. And then eventually it'll turn into a Tuscarora Crepe Myrtle sapling, and then a Moonlight Magic Crepe Myrtle sapling. And that's just how the path is gonna go. And of course I need to craft up all of these trees for everything, which is gonna be crazy. I need an Ipe, which is teak plus dark oak. All these woods are really cool, honestly. Like, they're just really neat. And I wish I could do better, but yeah. Anyway, we got a diamond bee, which is gonna start growing in here. And then we'll get a redstone bee soon. And the redstone bees are growing. Yeah, we got diamond bees, which I guess I can do a diamond comb. It's just gonna give us wax and honey. With a chance for other stuff, right? Centrifuge, chance at 20% chance for a diamond, yeah. So, like, bees aren't great for the resource stuff, but they're really good for just getting bee stuff taken care of, which is the whole reason why I'm doing this. Because otherwise it just would not be worth it. I also need to get more, just normal beehives with the gene sampler. So, I need these guys. So, we're gonna get a bunch of honey bottles, which means I need more bottles, honestly. Good thing I've got some glass now. So then we're gonna get the diamond sword. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. And perfect. Then the upgrade base, which is just gonna be honey treats. Not terrible either. So we're gonna craft up 40 of you guys, and then we'll craft up 5 of you. Or 2 of you for now, I guess. Because I need more honey bottles. Which honey bottles are not an issue. Honey bottles. Perfect, I can do that. There we go. And then we'll get 5 of these advanced bamboo beehives set up, I guess, on top of this stuff, with space in between. Because, yeah, why not? So we're gonna put one there, we'll put one there, one there, one there. Wait. I just saw something. Yep, these are pollinated leaves, which means that I can break them, and I have a chance to get silver lime saplings, as well as beech saplings. As well as those guys, that, birch leaves, pollinated leaves, pollinated leaves, pollinated leaves. And that's the whole reason why we need to get these guys, is because over time, it's going to take a little bit. But we're going to eventually get exactly what we need. Also, these hives are going to be the ones that we're just utilizing to gain genes from. So these are just DNA gleaning hives, essentially. If bees decide to take up residence, that's fine too, but the main goal is not for that. So what we're also looking for is, we already got most of the initial starting ones, because we got that. We need teak plus acacia, silver lime plus cherry, silver lime plus spruce, oak plus birch. We already got spruce plus birch. Okay, so that's from that. Yeah. Okay, and then, yeah, these guys are just normal birch saplings, oak leaves. The pollinated leaves have a different color to them, which is why I'm able to spot them. They also have a different text, so it's quite cool. Yeah, I guess what I can do is I can just grow these guys over here. And then I'll have an extra set of them. And then what I need is... So, these guys can combine with spruce, cherry, and oak plus birch, or more cherry. So, cherry seems to be something that we need. Cherry, which we have a couple of, which is good. So what I should be able to do is right here and right here, I'll grow cherry trees. And then we'll grow beech rather, because we already have birch. And then we'll grow ourselves some more, one more beech, because I want 2 of each for this to be properly taken care of. Wrong thing. There we go. Silver lime, cherry, and then I do need teak out here, which is going to be another thing that we gotta add. So, got a couple teak saplings that we can utilize over here. Gonna grow those guys up, and these guys all will combine over time, which is quite cool. Another thing, though, that I need is spruce. So, network not powered. Okay. We are needing more power. Okay. Okay. That's not a big deal. We just gotta change some stuff around, because currently we're using, I think, not even, yeah, hardened energy cell and hardened solar panels. So, yeah, let's just grab one singular one of you. And I should be able to come over here and grab, that's a hardened energy cell too. I can grab this one, I guess. And those two by themselves should be plenty. So we're gonna grab you. And of course the main reason for that is just that things take more power the more stuff you're utilizing with them, so. Now we should never be able to run out of power with this generation, but there's a chance, so what I'm gonna do is we're gonna get another cable. I need another nitro cable. And then, since we've got this guy... Oh, that's not gonna connect. I need spirited cables. Shoot. Spirited cables. How do I make these guys again? I forget. Spirited cables. Should have plenty of stuff for these guys, though. Dielectric rods, and then we get ourselves a little bit of spirited capacitors, basic capacitors, which are fine. And then we get spirited capacitors, we're fine. And then we get ourselves a stack of spirited cables. Cool, perfect. That works perfectly. And then I can just come over here and I can grab a couple more of these nitro solar panels in order to make sure that we never ever possibly can even technically run out of energy. And there we go, perfect. Now we should never run out of energy because at this point we are generating 200,000 FP per tick and we are only utilizing 200 FE per tick, or AE per tick, which is different, apparently. I don't know how it's different, but apparently it is, so yeah, I don't know, that's cool. Anyway, let's get that taken care of. What we can do is take out the diamond bee, we can also get diamond bee and the redstone bees. Adult, that one's a child, those two are children, so this one's a child, this one's a child, this one's a child. And then I need a couple more bee treats for these guys, because that's what they use to grow, so we're just gonna fill up this whole space with the bee treats, because there's no reason not to, really. And then we can go / warp bees and trees, and then get ourselves more diamond and diamond bee. And then now that's taken care of, we should be able to get redstone combs. We get pollen puffs. I don't know what pollen puffs are utilized from. If I'm mining a pollen or unpollinating a bee by right-clicking it with wet sponge water bottle, be thrown to create a pile of pollen block. Wherever it hits an unpolished pollinated bee. The bee becomes pollinated. If it's a panda, it will sneeze. If it's an unallowed flower, it may cause a flower to reproduce. A pile of pollen blocks those mobs and gives a ton of pollen particles. It will pollinate any unpollinated bee that flies in the pile of pollen or makes pandas sneeze. Okay. So, can I... None of these leaves are pollinated yet, which is not a massive issue. It's just going to be something that's going to take some time. Most of the trees generate the same way. They're just taller versions of normal Minecraft trees, which is cool. Also going to need... There's one redstone bee total, I think, so far. Which is why we're generating even more. So, you know, it's worth it. We got another diamond bee. And those guys are going to take a while to reproduce. We also got the redstone combs, which are going to go into the powered centrifuge. Gene indexer. I can't really chuck anything into the gene indexer. Also, do we get any withered combs? We got a lot of withered combs. Wow. Okay. And then I am going to need one withered bee. Yoinked, because we need a withered bee plus an ancient bee to get the actual Aldemodium bees. So we need ancient bees for that. Wait, did I not get the skeleton? I haven't gotten a skeletal comb yet. I think the skeleton bee died though. Okay, that's fine. Those are centrifuging. And then, what do we actually need? Lapis B. I need to Lapis B some stuff. We got Redstone B already, and then Diamond B, a block of netherite. So this special Diamond B, the next Diamond B that we get, is going to actually be a very special Diamond B because it's going to get a netherite block. Netherite block. Cool. Yeah, this Diamond B is gonna become something that has never been seen before. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna give it that, and then we're gonna take it back. So then we get a netherite B. Or an ancient bee, rather. And the ancient bee will give us ancient combs, which is the ancient bee, which is feeding that. And then this guy needs a block of netherite to flower. So I need another block of netherite. And then I need an advanced beehive, which thankfully I have in here. An expansion box. I don't need an expansion box, actually, if it's just one bee and I'm not upgrading it at all. And then glass. Connected glass, we'll grab that. So then what I can do is I go this with a block of netherite in front of it. And then it has to come out of the front, so... Then what I can do is... There we go, perfect. This bee shall be very happy stuck in its little cage. I know, a little bit crazy, but it's fine. And then I guess I can connected glass this whole thing, because why not? I mean, there's no reason really not to. But we should get an ancient comb, and then I should be able to just pick up that bee. Actually, that one's a child. No, it's not, because it came in as an adult. Connected glass, connecting glass. So this one was an adult, normal ancient bee, any flower breeding item. Maybe I should give it more space. It's kind of cruel. Connected glass. We're gonna actually give it some space, you know. Netherite. We're also gonna give it, you know, some netherite. So I hope it'll be happy. There we go. 6 whole blocks of netherite. It can't possibly be upset now. We gave it its favorite food. And a lot of it. So it can't be upset now. That's how that works. They can't sue us. They can't do anything to us. Anyway, we got redstone B, diamond B, and then we're breeding more, so we're gonna get another redstone B. We gotta TP back into here to deposit this diamond B, and then get ourselves our redstone Bs. Put in here. Of course, didn't get any we only got pollen puffs. Also, we need lapis bees, so maybe I add a little section for lapis bees with some connected glass. So glass. Wait, did I chucked it in here? I did. Lapis. We'll get ourselves a couple more blocks of lapis. And 6 blocks of lapis, and then we'll just stack it right on top of here. Because, I mean, it can't possibly hate it, right? It's gotta love this area, right? Like, it's so perfect. It's exactly what it ever wanted. You know? Like, who wouldn't want to be trapped in a glass place with someone jeering at you? Because they gave you your favorite food inside of that piece of glass. You know, it sounds like paradise, right? Yeah, I'm glad you understand. I'm glad you guys understand. Okay, let's go home. I need more glass. I should probably start doing a thing where I get some sand guys automatically depositing their stuff. Or not sand guys. The what are they called again? Shoot, my brain is malfunctioning. I also don't need these guys anymore, so I can just mine them, I guess. But what am I even talking about? I don't actually remember. Oh yes, the seeds that we get sand from, which are, of course, the fire and dirt essence. So we get those seeds, which will dump into sand with an auto crafter. Then from there, they dump into a smelter, which will auto smelt them into glass. That's something that I might want to do. Also, graphite bars are something that we're gonna need a lot of, aren't they? So I might as well start, because we're gonna need the extreme reactors stuff eventually, because that's gonna be a whole thing. Anyway, let's go back, and I should have a couple lapis bees, I think. But I definitely have a bamboo beehive, and then we can get ourselves, I probably should breed for more lapis bees, which means I need a breeder. Breeding chamber, cool. Just a rose bush, which, shoot. I don't think I have any roses. I will need to find, how have I not, oh, I guess I did it all in the system, so I never really, okay, so we're gonna need this. Diamond bee, and then we get, the diamond bee will go in there. Okay, lapis bees, I need roses. Shoot, where will roses spawn? Rose bush, information. Hanging garden structure in the Bumble Zone dimension. Cool, that's helpful. Compass, let's see. Laurel meadows, flower fields, flower forest, probably flower forest. 25 blocks, or 2,500 blocks away. Okay, let's go. I can't super speed jump anymore. Why have you done this? It's fine. What I will be able to do, though, is, can I upgrade this with the actual elytra, or does that not work? Can you not elytra it? It's a soul binding crystal. It looks like I cannot elytra this. Getting some more bee breeders and then breeding more bees. This has been an ongoing project, mainly just because this mod is a little confusing, to say the least, and I'm just trying to figure out exactly what I can do, because it's confusing. Either way, essentially, we gotta breed a bunch of these bees, we gotta get ourselves a lapis bee, we gotta get ourselves more diamond bees, gotta get more redstone bees, and overall, these bees are going to produce us more and more bees, which is great. Also, this bee breeding chamber is thankfully empty because I need to relocate it over to here, because otherwise it is obfuscating this little baby incubator, which we got another redstone bee incubated. This guy is another redstone bee. This one is a diamond bee. So we've got a redstone bee, a diamond bee, and then this one is another redstone bee. This one's a diamond bee. So we've got to get this one finished growing up. Of course, once they finish growing up, then they'll be placed in their forever home, which is in a glass dome. But, you know, they'll at least be happy where they are, which is good. So we got a diamond bee, then we check that diamond bee in there. Also, I'm realizing that we don't actually need to take those lapis bees and put them there, because I can just do this. And by this, I mean, I can do this. And then now, we've got the lapis bees, in their forever home inside here. Got our ancient bee in here, which is producing ancient combs, which is perfect because we need ancient combs because that's how we get to the next tier of bee, which is going to be all the modium bees, but first we need to get the lapis bees to actually give us lapis combs, and then we already have diamond combs, which is crazy because, yeah, we've already got that, and then I need draconic bees, which we need an obsidian nest for, which I should have already gotten. I think I already do, so draconic bee, I need nest, so nest, we get our obsidian nest, and then we already have some honey treats. I need to do this. So the draconic bee operating in the end, they do not need any flowers, but in any location they need another pollination source. We need to feed it dragon's breath to actually get the bees, so I need dragon's breath, which I already have a little bit of. And then in addition to that, what flowers do I need for the draconic bee to produce anything? So I need it to have a dragon egg, which I should have dragon eggs. So dragon eggs, we can do this, and then I can also craft up some more dragon eggs, because why not? So we're gonna get ourselves a couple of you guys. I'm gonna need a couple of obsidian nests as well, most likely, which overall shouldn't be too big of a thing. Just get a little bit of you, obsidian, get a couple diamond swords, and then I should be able to just kind of casually do this, right? 5 obsidian nests, and that way we'll get 5 of those bees, and hopefully these guys will start generating us up some stuff. Their weather tolerance is none, but thankfully they don't have to deal with that. I'm also looking for pollinated leaves over here, because pollinated leaves are what we're actually going to be using to get somewhere with this whole journey, which is going to take a little bit. So we've got the beech fruiting leaves, which will produce us beech stuff. I think we have to pick them eventually after they're fully grown, but I don't know. They look pretty, which is really cool, and overall bees are going to be coming into these hives eventually, hopefully, giving us some genes, some DNA, which you'll love to see. Of course, there's already some pollinated leaves over here, which are going to give us the chance to get some different saplings, which is very, very, very fruitful. You'll love to see it. And I guess what I could do is I could instead do this with my other pickaxe. So if I take this one, can I gain? I can't. Okay. I was thinking that potentially I could get the pollinated leaves, put them next to the other leaves, so that I could generate more pollinated leaves through that process. However, it looks like I can't do that, which is unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world. Anyway, it looks like we got another redstone bee, and we can chuck that in there. We also got that redstone bee, we also got that diamond bee, and that means that because we have another couple diamond bees and redstone bees, we can go back to our bees and trees location, which is in here. Grab our little diamond bees. This guy is currently housing 2 diamond bees with a third right here, and now it will be housing 5. This one is currently housing 3 as well, which means that if I do this, these guys should be able to just come right in, be housed just perfectly fine in here too, and eventually, hopefully, we can get ourselves up some of these actual things, but I don't actually fully know if these normal bees will be able to give us that. So what I'm thinking about doing, and what I'm actually going to do, is take 2 bamboo beehives, and we're going to put them in the corners, and I'm going to grow up some flowers, ideally. I guess what I can do instead of doing it that way is just take some flowers and stuff that I already have, but, you know, that's fine. This works too. So we're gonna go like this, and then just plop the advanced beehive stuff on top. Then we need ourselves some more upgrades, namely being, we've got the range extenders, which is perfect, and then they need to be non-aggressive bee types. So I need pollen upgrades, which means I need pollen sieve. Upgrade, and then on top of that upgrade, I need the alpha. Actually, I can't get those anymore because I don't have any more materials for them, so... Can I get double these in here? I can. Okay, perfect. So that will be these guys' goals, and for them, I think I'm going to need to find a bee that just has normal flowers that generates something or utilizes trees as flowers, which maybe the lumber bees, I think, is going to be the thing. So, lumber bee, which is bred between a carpenter bee, a yellow and a green carpenter bee. Okay, so do I have a yellow and a green carpenter bee? Yellow carpenter bee, the banded bee, ashy mining bee, breeze bee, coal bee, arcanus bee, ender bee, glowing bee, chocolate mining bee. Leaf cutter bee, bee cage. Okay, so it looks like I do not have a correct type of these, which is a little bit of a bummer. Wait, what? Oh, okay. I thought there was lava dripping out, and I was so confused. I was so worried for a second. Okay, I'm gonna need more bottles, I think. Bottles! Perfect. We get ourselves some glass bottles. We can chuck that in there, that in there. Then we get TP back over to B. Wither skull chips. Those can all go in here. Diamond bee cages. That guy's gonna go there. I need a green carpenter bee, which means I need to honey treat up some of these guys, the dark oak nests. Actually, is that the best way? So, the green carpenter bee, because I have a yellow carpenter bee, is going to come from a birch nest, a jungle nest, a mangrove nest, an oak nest, or a dark oak nest. So I think we're going to use an oak nest, and I'm just going to do the full thing as quick as I possibly can through this. Because what will happen is it will reduce it down quite quickly, and then it'll go really slow. So we want to use as much as we can because it doesn't really matter. Then we get ourselves a green carpenter bee. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to chuck this guy out and then recapture him with a sturdy bee cage because the sturdy bee cages are a little bit better. So then we're going to chuck those guys in there, which will craft up a lumber bee, which is perfect because the lumber bee, the bee flower for it is actually logs. So I don't need to add anything more to this area, which is great. So I do need to chunk load, so claim manager, this is all within our claim, but I am going to reload, or claim a little bit extra, and I'm going to force load this whole little area. Okay, we're gonna unclaim that. There we go. And then we'll reclaim those ones. We will unforce load this one. Unforce load that one, I guess. And then we can force load that one. And with that, I think that's good for now. I will force load that one. But what I want to do is go to /warp and where is it? Outer end? Outer end. Because that's how we get the actual Draconic bees, no? Despawning obsidian nest is so obsidian nest. In the end, dragon's breath. Okay. Perfect. So, we get ourselves this guy real quick. We get ourselves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna need a bee catcher, I guess. Bee catcher. Put you down right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of you guys in here. And then what we'll do from here, so we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's... And then now we just gotta wait, so... It's gonna take 15 minutes-ish, so what I think I'm gonna do instead of waiting a ton is /home. Actually, we will go and we'll do this. /warp B. And then what we'll do is we will get to actually end crystals. We need some more Eyes of Ender, which is not a big problem. Then we'll get ourselves end crystals. I guess gas tiers are the one limiting factor, which is fine because it's not really a limiting factor. Then we get ourselves 8 end crystals, and then I need to get glass. Glass for glass bottles because I need at least a couple stacks more of glass bottles. Perfect, that should be good. And then now what I can do is I can /warp and portal, and then from here we go directly into the inner end. And from here what we'll do is we will just casually fly our way right over here, plop you down, plop you down, plop you down, and plop you down, and that will start off this, which the whole reason why we need this is because we need so we need to use the dragon nest, the obsidian nest, but I need dragon breath. Dragon's breath, we need to either get extractor from Ender Dragon stuff, or we need the loot fabricator, which is from hostile neural networks, which is another thing which I need Ender Dragon data models for, prediction matrices and stuff, and so we need to take care of all that, but for that, it's going to take a little bit, so what we're going to do first is just do this. And fingers crossed we can get him to shoot a little bit of breath down here. Probably should unvanish myself, because he won't be able to aggro. Should probably also be careful about shooting, because I don't want to do too much damage, because I know that this can potentially do a lot of damage. But I want to make sure that we're doing at least consistent damage so that he has the highest chance of shooting breath at us. Although I don't know fully what the odds are for all this stuff, so... Yeah, the arrows do not go straight, by the way. I don't, like, you guys are seeing, the arrows don't actually go where I'm aiming them, so it's, yeah. It's a little interesting. I know it seems like the arrows shouldn't be hitting, but they are. Because it's weird. I don't know why it does this, but it does. That's fine. I just need to make sure to take care of all of you guys, and then fingers crossed they will shoot down some of that good old-fashioned Dragon's Breath down here. Rose of Oblivion. That's cool. From Nature's Aura. Is this guy wanting to just not aggro to me? I don't know. Because I think if I hit him, he's gonna die. Okay, he doesn't get one shot, which is good. It just does 50%. What are you? Enderman? Which gives a corrupted pearl. Okay. How do I get... If this guy refuses to shoot breath at me, how do I get Dragon's Breath? Wait, there's Dragon's Breath up here. Wait. Why? Okay. So he does shoot Dragon's Breath. It's just very sparse. Okay. So I got 20... Because I remember getting some before, and it just took a little bit for me to get it. But now it seems like he just is shooting it willy-nilly, so... If I hit him again, he'll die instantly, which is going to be a pain. I'm going to try... Okay, thank God. Because I'm not touching the ground, he can't get a crit, so it's perfect. Just perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. More Dragon's Breath. Okay, well that was like nothing. Okay. Just shoot more Dragon's Breath, bruh. Please, I need it. I need it so badly. I mean, on the off chance that we get an egg from him, yeah, this is gonna... We're gonna kill him here. But I just can't right now. I wish we got Dragon's Breath from the killing of the Ender Dragon, but unfortunately we do not. We only got 26 Dragon's Breath from that Ender Dragon, which is a little bit of a bummer. But fingers crossed this next one should be a little bit better. I'm hoping. It should be. I mean, ideally it really should be, because otherwise this is going to be a little bit upsetting for me. Because I should probably also turn on hostile creatures so you guys can at least hear. It's just like, yeah, that's the issue with hostile creatures, is sounds are a little bit much. Okay, there we go. The funny thing, though, is that I can just come over here. I can just shoot this guy. Oh, it bounces off now. I can't actually break them preemptively. That's annoying. And then that one's gonna complete. And then... And then, what about now? What about now? Are you gonna breath me? Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. That's exactly what I needed. I'm glad. I'm so happy. Okay, that's a pain. That's gonna really aggravate me, bro. There we go, and then we aim just a little bit above it because our arrows are a little bit faster than normal. Dragon's Breath, Dragon's Breath, I need it. Perfect, 38. We're getting like 6 per, which is a little bit lame. Not that I'm crazy unhappy with it, it's just like... Perfect, Dragon's Breath. I guess I'm not getting there quick enough, maybe. Maybe that's the issue. Or maybe I'm just not skilled enough. I don't know. It's being goofy. There we go. Perfect. He hit himself with 2 pieces of Dragon's Breath. We're almost to a stack. We're almost to a stack. That's all I really need, by the way. It's just 1 stack. It would be great. Perfect. He just blew another one at us, which we're gonna just take thankfully and happily. Very, very happy with how much breath he's giving us now. Come on, give me more breath, bruh. Give me more of that bad breath, bruh. Come on. Well, we got a stack, so I'm not unhappy at all. We're just gonna finish him off. Take care of him. There we go. We got our Dragon's Breath. Now we can warp back to the outer end and... Let's see. So, repopulation cooldown again. Pretty long. I only really need half a stack of this for long-term stuff. So what we're going to do is we're just going to reduce all these guys down to about 5 minutes, which is about 300 seconds. If we can. Unfortunately, we can't. Now I'm just going to wait. And fingers crossed that we'll get everything that we want. Maybe I go kill more Ender Dragons. I don't know. It's going to take a little bit. So I'm just going to wait. And I'll check back in with you guys once some stuff spawns. Okay, it's been quite some time. I did a bunch of stuff, essentially. We got the Draconic bees. They're producing already, which is great. You'll love to see it. Happy about that. Very, very happy about that, actually. Still looking around to see if we've got any pollinated leaves and stuff, but it looks like not a crazy amount of stuff has been happening. Unfortunately, of course, you never really are going to know 100% yet, but it's just taking a little bit of time. There's a lot of stuff to go through, so fingers crossed we'll be able to get there eventually. Of course, that's a pollinated leaves. We're going to get some silver lime from that. And the leaves can pollinate either way, which is why what we really want is stuff like that. So we get the red delicious stuff. And if we get those guys that are going to look like a different kind of leaf, then it's even better. So if we get these ones in between these trees, or we get something, that one's a fruiting leaf that's just different a little bit, but we want to get the meshes and merges between the two. But in addition to that, we've been working on getting a bunch more of these lumber bees, which is great. So I'm happy about that, and overall, just taking care of everything that I can, as much as I possibly can in here to get what we can, which is going to take a little bit, but overall it's not going to be terrible. So let's go back in here. Of course, I'm going to chuck in another lumber bee to this guy. And I'm going to make a couple more of these dirt nests, because we can get a couple more bees that will actually be pollinating and doing other stuff. And eventually these trees will actually mesh, and then we'll be able to pollinate stuff in here consistently once I have enough bees, which will probably take a little bit. I've done a little bit. I've AFK'd essentially for one full night after working on this for quite some time. So essentially this is all just a big greenhouse for lumber bees, some skeletal bees and some zombies joined, but they're not going to bother anything. But overall, this is where we are getting a bunch of pollen, so we honestly have a ton of pollen for a bunch of different things, as well as a bunch of different woods, and I've been working on getting these completed through just AFKing right now. We're working on the Brazil nut, plus the Iroko, plus the rose gum. Actually, not the rose gum. I should probably add that, because that's also one that goes from the balsa trees, which are what these guys are. So let's get ourselves a couple flowering azaleas. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're just gonna come down here. And since these trees are rather short, I think I'm just gonna plop them kind of in the middle. And that way they won't really interfere with a ton of stuff, but they'll still be able to get pollinated and such, which is what we really want. So let's just take care of you guys. Perfecto. And now we'll eventually get ourselves all 4 of those saplings. So now we need to slash warp the... I think that's the one outside. Yes, it is. Perfect. And in essence, we've been doing a little bit. So we've got a bunch of Draconic combs. I don't really care about those guys. We've got Lapis combs. Apparently one of the Lapis bees died. Unlucky, but overall pretty nice. Apparently 2 of our ancient bees died, which is rough. Probably should grab another one, but I can always redo all of that. Are you guys pollinating? Of course, we can sometimes get random stuff merging down here, but I am thinking about cutting down all these trees because there's no real reason for me to have them down here other than them looking nice, because all this stuff's happening up there in the greenhouse. But either way, it's all working now, and what we have is the purple crepe myrtle, which is what we need to get the final thing, which is the moonlight magic crepe myrtle sapling, which is just this purple crepe myrtle plus luck, and then that'll turn into the red crepe myrtle. And that'll turn into the Tuscarona red crepe myrtle, which will then turn into the Moonlight Magic crepe myrtle. So we just need to grow some of these guys, and fingers crossed we'll get what we need. So, I mean, that's the goal, right? It's probably not going to be that simple, but we got pretty lucky on growing the Ipe, because we went from this, which was just super simple, and then we just immediately went essentially the whole way. So it shouldn't be too crazy difficult. So let's just grow a couple and find out. Well, that was, you know how I said it might just happen right away? Well, it might just happen immediately, yeah. That's pretty cool. So now what we can do is we can grab... I think I'm going to start with 4 then, if they're going to evolve like that, like friggin' Pokemon. Might as well just go a couple at a time. Red crepe myrtle, red crepe myrtle, red crepe myrtle, red crepe myrtle. Of course, we don't really need to mine all of the leaves, but I do want to get at least a substantial amount of saplings so I don't accidentally, you know, go too crazy with it. So, red crepe myrtle, 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 red crepe myrtle. This one grew pretty big. Yeah, we're just essentially getting the trees that we can. Wait, how did it change from shapeless to mini square? Weird. There we go, and now we can just do that again. Nice and quick. Red crepe myrtle, red crepe myrtle, red crepe myrtle, red crepe myrtle. And red crepe myrtle, red crepe myrtle. We really want the Tuscarora crepe myrtle. So, red crepe myrtle, red crepe myrtle. Then we go like this real quick. Red crepe myrtle, red crepe myrtle, red crepe myrtle, red crepe myrtle, and red crepe myrtle. Okay, well, we might get it eventually, but this is essentially how it was with the Ipe, or Ipe, however the heck you pronounce it, red crepe myrtle, is it just takes a little bit to grow them, and eventually we'll get one that will grow into the tree that we want, which we got really lucky with getting, just like that, perfect. So now we got the Tuscarora, which now we just need to grow that into the next tier, which will be the Moonlit Magic Crepe Myrtle, which is quite cool. It's a quite cool name. But let's just do this. For 5, we're going to start off with 5. Tuscarora, 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 Tuscarora. Then, since we've got a bunch, we can... Dang, I got it already. That's crazy. See, that's why you go 1 or 2 extra if you don't get it the first time. Because we just got it nice and simple just like that. And now we're going to need to grow a couple more. Because I do need some for actual stuff. So, we'll grow them. Of course, this isn't the most efficient way to be growing these, but overall it's not like a terrible way to grow them. It's more just we want as much leaf mass as possible, because we want to get as many of those as possible. So, I guess ideally they'll be several blocks apart, and then it'll give us just as many leaves as all of those trees did at once. So, you know, it's more efficient, but overall I like this a lot. But we did get all of those guys accomplished very quickly. Almost a stack of Moonlit Magic Crepe Myrtle, which is crazy. Honestly, I did not expect it to go this quickly, because we're not even 10 minutes into the video. Like, come on now. That's crazy. But we've got a stack, which is perfect, because that's exactly what we need in our system for stuff to actually be fully accomplished. So, now what we can do from there is finally make ourselves some magical soil. 1, 2, 3, which is the crux for the seeds. And then they're going to be the, where are they? So, Aldemodium seeds, and then we've got the Vibranium seeds, and the Unobtainium seeds, and that's perfect, because now we can just come over here, and I should have some Insanium in here. Insanium farmland, okay, just 1. Okay, is it somewhere else? Did I leave it somewhere else? I don't think so, but regardless. Now what I can do, get rid of you real quick, and then what I can do is quickly 1, 2, 3, Unobtainium seeds, Vibranium seeds, Aldemodium seeds, And now we've accomplished that, which only took us 120 days. Wow. That, you know, overall, not terrible. But now what I need to do is I need to go in here. I need to capture a bunch of the diamond bees. So / warp bees and trees. And then in here, these are all lumber bees now. I forget, I converted all of them to lumber bees. So I grabbed all of the actual diamond bees. I can grab the pollen, I guess, which is nice, because pollen is always going to be a big benefit, because it'll just speed up the process of going through all of the different trees and such. So all this pollen will be very, very helpful. A delicious apple, and then we can go / home and diamond. Perfect. So we've got a bunch of these diamond bees. Which, what we can do with them is I'm going to save 2 of them. And then we're going to get arcane crystal blocks. And then I guess we'll save a couple more of them. We also have an arcanus bee already. But I also need to save some blocks so that they'll actually have something to forage for, and then I need connected glass now. I only have 2 left. Shoot. Do I have glass? Perfect. I don't care about anything other than the connected glass. Perfect. Okay, and now what we can do is I'm gonna probably need to light that up so I can glowstone it, right? Just so that I don't get a ton more of the skeletal bees showing up, because they will just take over stuff, which is really not great. So I don't want them taking stuff over, because that'd be kind of lame. I did have to take off the shadow glaive and stuff, because the bees were unable to survive some difficulties with the shadow glaive, to put it lightly, I guess. The shadow glaive tends to not like the bees, is one way of putting it. But what we can do is, since we need a ton of this stuff, I might as well, I can triple hive it. And then this will be completely full of bees. So 1, 2, 3, go 1, 2, 3, and then the arcanus blocks. And then from there, I guess I can expand this out a little bit, since they're gonna need a little bit more space, since there's 3 total hives. So let's just grab this connecting glass and just go a little bit like this. Perfect. We'll give them 1 extra block of space. That should be enough, right? Yeah, perfect. And then we can go like so. Perfect. And eventually I'll be able to fill in those guys with arcanus blocks anyways. So now we get our arcanus bee. Chuck you in there. Then we get our diamond bee that already has a hive position. And what I need to do is plop you down there, and then I need to grab you again. And then you're an arcanus bee now. And then you're going to go in that hive. And then this diamond bee is going to go like that. And then is going to go there, and then it's going to go right in there. And then now, we just need to close that up. Got some extra connected glass. Should probably build up the glowstone thing over here, just so we don't get more skeletal bees and stuff. I keep forgetting how oppressive those bees will get, but, you know, it's fine, right? Anyway, now we are just going to get some sleep, and let's see The arcane bees should be out. They should be getting some foraging taken care of, and what I should be able to do is productivity alpha. Don't need range upgrades, don't need pollen sieves, they just need productivity upgrades. That's all that they need. And they have exactly the flour they need too, which is perfect. So now we should be able to get ourselves not even a start at some Arcanus combs. Okay, well that's fine. At least there's a bunch of Draconic combs down here that I can kind of sieve out. I'm gonna need to get some more of this stuff. So it's more just getting as much as we can while we can. Also, I don't know what even is living in these beehives, but some of them are giving us pollen. These guys giving us any genes? No, because I haven't put gene stuff in them. I did get some genes, though. That's big. So, aggressive, can I combine that to get a can? Okay. Zombie bee, 4%, weather tolerance. Okay. Gene indexer. 3%, 1%, aggressive. Productive bee is zombie. Okay. Honestly, I wish I could get even more of these gene sampler stuffs. And I probably will. It's more just I need such a high volume. Does it auto upgrade stuff? No, it does not. Okay. So endurance, weak, productivity, medium, aggressive, weather tolerance, none. Of course, we're gonna combine you guys, combine you. So then we go aggressive 4%, which will go to aggressive 8%. That'll get to 8% as well. That'll go to 16%. That'll go to 6%, which will then go to 4%. Can I combine those? I can. Okay, so I can combine all of the different genes to get to 1, which will have some progress. So I can just go like this. Which is perfect, because then I get the things as fast as I can. Behavior, nocturnal, weak, aggressive. Yeah, what I really should do is I should upgrade these hives to the expanded hives. So that I can add in those gene, pokey gene samplers. I need more though. So what are we missing? Upgrade base, not an issue. What else do we need for them? Just diamond swords, okay. Let's get ourselves a couple diamond swords. Shouldn't be too big of a deal, right? There we go, and then we get ourselves to pokey. Honey bottles, that's gonna be annoying. Okay. Honey bottles. We're gonna just grab a couple of those guys. Then we get 8 of the pokey gene samplers, perfect. Okay, and then now we can chuck in 2, and 2 of you to this guy. And then we really want more productivity alphas, but I can't make more of them right now. Actually, I probably can. Because I need Draconic chunks, which is Draconic dust, which is Draconic combs. How do I breed the Draconic bees to each other is the question. There's too many bees in there for anything, which is rough. Because what I could try and do... Is this gonna even work? Because what I need to do is get in there and get rid of the non-draconic bees. But I don't think I can do that without killing the draconic bees too. Unless I just yoink them. But I can't really quite do that, which is a little bit of a bummer. But, you know, I guess this will work, right? Anywho, we got the bananas, we got the European large red maple, old fuchsia, gold rose gum. We got most of those guys, but for this, I need draconic chunks, which means I need more draconic bees anyways. Which, ideally, I should probably yoink them. There we go. There we go. Now, from here, I can take the draconic bee, draconic bee, draconic bee, diamond bees, draconic skeletal, diamond bee, draconic bee, perfect, skeletal bee, perfect, and there's still a draconic bee in there, which I guess is okay. Since all I'm really doing right now is doing this. I'm just expanding this area. So we can get... Wait, draconic bee, don't fly away. There we go. So it's all 5 draconic bees, which is perfect. Pokebee gene sampler, that's gonna go in here. I don't need honey bottles, because I can get infinite honey from other stuff, so I don't need honey bottles to be in here anymore. I also don't need draconic combs a ton anymore, and this is going to be fully lit. So do we have more dragon eggs? Dragon eggs, I've got 60 more, so 1 2 3, perfect, and then I need more connecting glass, which means I need more glass. So glass. I have plenty of sand, right? Sand. Yeah. So now we'll just go back home again. And we'll get ourselves even more glass because I can. Because I don't really care. Just gonna grab as much connecting glass as we can. And then let's skedaddle skedoodle on our way back here. As we're expanding this section. We'll go like so. And I just need to do this, and then we fly in here. And then we've got plenty of space for the bees. And then we go 1 2 3, and then we got you guys, and then can we breed draconic bees? Breeding items 2 draconic dust. For that. Okay. There are more zombies taking over the freaking beehives. That's really annoying. That's really, really annoying, because if you breed anything with a zombie, it gives you a zombie. I don't need zombies. Okay, breeding items 2 draconic dust. Good thing I've got plenty of draconic dust. This one is going to just start breeding draconic bees. Right? That should work. Perfect. Okay, that's good. Can I get you hopping on out for me? Because that's what I really need. Actually, I can start 2 of the breeders on draconic bees. Draconic dust. Yeah, draconic dust is not a limiting factor at this point, but we're gonna need so much of it that it doesn't, like, getting more of it is something that's gonna be very important. Yeah, let's plop you in here, and then we plop you guys in there. And we'll get ourselves a couple of you guys. I'm gonna capture you. so you can't harass our Draconic bees anymore. And then we're gonna plop you in here. Did another friggin' zombie just take a spot again in here? That's so annoying. The zombies are genuinely the bane of my existence. Like, I don't know why, but I just I'm not a fan. I need higher light levels, I guess. Hopefully this will help. Is that enough? It better be. Because otherwise I'm just sad. I don't know. Draconic dust. Have you gotten any... But then I can't access the hive stuff, which is annoying. Yeah, I guess we can do like this. I just break the area directly behind the hive so I can get at the hive. Okay, we got a high productivity thing. We're getting some Arcanus combs, which is perfect. I'm gonna need more centrifuges. I'm realizing right this second. And let's chuck in most of you guys. And let's get ourselves another centrifuge. A centrifuge. Heated centrifuge. Powered centrifuge. Centrifuge. Powered centrifuge. Heated centrifuge. I just need 2 blocks of copper. And then 2 of these guys, which are just some honeycombs and some clocks. Not an issue. 16 to you, nice and simple. And then an inactive dragon egg, which is draconic chunks. Okay. Okay, but we can at least make another powered centrifuge, right? Which is another centrifuge, which is another grindstone. And then we're gonna get ourselves a nice little centrifuge into a powered centrifuge. And from here, we should be able to... We don't really need a ton of these baby incubators anymore, because they can kind of just get stored away real quick. Ancient combs can go away, and we're just going to chuck in some Arcanus stuff over here. And I think I'm going to get some sleep, because holy god. In this episode, we're going to be working through taking care of the power quests. I've also crafted up a bunch of the productive trees. I claimed all of them, but the recording got a little bit screwed up, so that had to stop. But anywho, we're now finishing up the starter stuff with Ender Cell, and then we also were gonna need to go find ourselves a zombie somewhere. Shouldn't be too hard, right? Should be able to just kind of casually zip our way over here. Since the sun's going down, fingers crossed if we go down into a little bit of a cave. Get some boys spawning. Come on. I mean, or not, you know, that's fine too. I just need to get... I need to hit a zombie with an aerial pearl, and I don't know fully if I'm gonna need... Or, because I need the starter, which I just need an aerial pearl for the starter one. But every further one I can just get from that, so we're good. Okay. This guy is just a massive little thing. Baobab. We need zombies. Where the zombies at? Come on, zombies, will you spawn, please? Spawn, please. I need the zombies. Like, what kind of animal is that? An armadillo? Oh, okay. Yeah. That's where I found them before. Just forgot what the icon looked like. Anyway, essentially what we're doing is we're trying to find a zombie because I need to hit a zombie with an aerial pearl in order to acquire it, which is necessary for the player transmitter. I don't know fully how it works, but it's a thing, I guess. And for no reason in particular, things don't want to be spawning. Perhaps because I'm too close to home, and so the spawn cap is maxed. But Let's see if we can go further and further away. Because... yeah, I'd really, really appreciate it if more things would spawn. I guess they're chunk loaded over there, so I don't know if it'll even work. But, huh. How do I find... wait, some stuff spawned. I need a, okay, those are bamboo creepers. Where... okay, I need zombies. Flowering lily pad, cool. Tiny lily pads, it's cool. I need an actual zombie, though. Because this will not work if it's not a zombie. Or a husk. I guess a husk would work, too. But, like, come on. What entity is that? What? Where are you? I'm like a ghast on my... like a cursed pig or something? I don't know. Anyway, we really gotta find... wait, I have zombie spawn eggs. I'm actually a doofus. Zombie spawn egg. I forgot about those, because I'm a goofy dum-dum. And now we have an area pearl. So then we can just home real quick and nice and simple. And then we can get ourselves the player transmitter, which is not an issue. And then we got that. And then now we need the next tier. The battery, the basic battery, which is the large capacitors. So, no, I need this one. Perfect. Basic battery. Then I need basic capacitors again for this one. Player transmitter. Don't need a binding card. I need the next tier of energy hopper. Next tier of energy discharger, I guess. Energy discharger. Basic. And then I guess hardened will not cost the same. Wait, I need to make a ton more energized steel because I'm out of it apparently. I don't know how, but I'm completely out of energized steel, which is kind of crazy because I have so much. Might as well make some more blazing crystal as well, because why not? A 24k of these things just lying around, so it's like, it's not gonna really cost us much. Anyway, there we go. So then we can get ourselves some hardened caps, which we're gonna need a bunch of anyway. And then we can make the discharger. We'll make blazing energy discharger. We'll be able to make some niotic caps as well. 30 of them, I guess. And then make this guy. And then spirited. Then nitro. Just so we have all of the energy dischargers completed, because that should be something that we can fully take care of. So, energy discharger, Endergate, Endergate, perfect. So, we're gonna need the basic kind. It's gonna be more cables. So, we're out of dielectric paste already? That's insane. Okay, well, at least we can make a ton more. So I've got a bunch more blaze powder, and there we go. That should be good for now. So I need these guys. I just need one thing of the cables, I guess, because then I need Endergate, basics, hardened Endergates, blazing Endergates, which I guess I need cables for. Probably should put the cables in my inventory because I don't done that yet. And then chaotic, story, and then that, and then we get ourselves the niotic endergates. Then we go to the spirited endergates, and then the nitro endergates. Perfect. So that's gonna be all of the ender gates, and then the reactor stuff. You combine 4 into 4, but I need more basic caps, which is fine. So I should be able to just do that, and that's the starter reactor stuff. Dang it, that's a bummer. Okay, 28 of you guys. That means that I need more the basic caps, which means I need more basic caps, which means that now what I should be able to do is basic large caps. Then from there, I should be able to finish off making those reactor stuff. There we go. So then we need basic. Then that goes to harden. Cancel that out. So player transmitter, energy hopper, battery. Player transmitter. There we go. And then energy hopper. Gotta get all these guys to where they need to be. So thermo generator. I ain't even need thermo plates, which might as well make a bunch of these, I guess. Unless I keep running out of darn capacitors. This is absurd. Okay, there we go. And then I need basic capacitors again. Oh my gosh, the amount of capacitors for this is crazy. There we go. Basic, and then we go that to the hardened. About that. Then I need a level of Fernitor, which is the basic Fernitor. Did I get all of the... Yeah, I did. Part, except for the ender cell. So, there we go. And got the basic Fernitor, which means that now we need the hardened ender cell. We need to get the oh, okay, ender cell, a new thing, which we're apparently going to need to go through the progression separately, so that's fine. Let's just do this. We get ourselves the starter, the basic. I need more ender cores. So for that, I need, what are the ender cores total? 90 capacitors, which I'm gonna get, I guess, 8 more of. And then I need casings, which just grab 8 more of. Then I need the eyes of ender, which I can just craft a stack up of. That way I don't have to worry about them for the near future. And then now we can just craft up all these guys nice and quickly. Again, that's what I was doing at the very beginning of this episode, but holy, we're mostly just doing quests for right now. We'll be discovering and going through a couple more things in a new episode, but this episode's mostly just going to be focusing on completing the tech tree stuff, because having that all finished is going to be really helpful for the future, just in case we need to use machines and make other stuff. So, got the basic, get the hardened, blazing, get the niotic, and get the spirited, and then we can get the nitro after I craft up some more nitro crystals. They're not that expensive because it's only nether stars and nitro essence, which surprisingly it's not expensive. There we go. That's all those guys. Now we need the hardened reactor stuff, 40 of them, which now means that I need to make more the hardened capacitors, but that's fine too. Then we'll make ourselves the hardened battery, hardened player transmitter, hardened hopper, and we're gonna thermo plates, which means I need basic caps, and I need to these guys, 14 of them into. Oops, I forgot. That's how that works. Okay, thermo generator, thermo plates. We're gonna craft up 38 of those guys apparently. So then we're gonna get ourselves the hardened thermo generator and the hardened Fernitor. Then we need more blazing big caps, which is blazing caps, big caps, basic caps, blocks of redstone. Blazing caps, big caps, those guys, blocks of redstone. Wrapped up as much as we can right now. Then we go those, then we get as many blazing caps. 12 is not going to be nearly enough, so we need a bunch more of these guys. Craft up a stack of you, and then we'll craft up a full stack of the blazing caps. Then we go into full reactor mode, full battery mode, Well, player transmitter mode, energy hopper, thermogenerator, and then furnitor. Of course, I did do these things kind of in a wonky way. Sorry about that. Just seemed easier this way. So we've already got the blazing, which means biotic, the spirited, and intro. And the reason why I did it this way is just because it was more simple this way, to be honest. Like, it was, I just didn't really see a reason to go to any crazy amount of work getting essentially post-scarcity, because this stuff is kind of expensive if you were to do it in, like, in tech tree line, which is just rough. So, anyway, we're gonna need a ton of niotic caps, which means that I'm going to need even more basic caps, because the basic large caps cost a lot. So, now we should be able to craft up 40 of the niotic ones, then we craft up the battery, then we craft up the player transmitter, the energy hopper, the thermogenerator. Should be able to craft up the furnitor, and I can cross all those guys off of here. And that should be all those guys completed. Then we need the spirited ones. So, guys, then we give ourselves the battery, the player transmitter, then energy hopper, spirited caps. 7 should be good enough for right now. Energy hopper, then we get the thermogenerator, and then we get the furnitor. And then I can just chuck all those guys back in, and then craft up the nitro off rip, which I need way more nitro caps, which is fine. Thankfully, I saved a bunch of them. So we're gonna shoot 28. I need more nitro caps, which basic caps, which means I need more of these, which is fine. It's just a little bit tedious because holy, this costs so much resources. But overall, it's a drop in the bucket, so I'm not worried. Anyway, we're gonna nitro battery, nitro plate transmitter, nitro hopper, nitro generator, nitro furnitor. And that should be most of the things that we need to accomplish for the entire Power chapter. It's probably not going to be, because we still need to spirited solar panel, and then already gotten the nitro solar panel. I just did those out of order. So we need cell, spirited energy cell, and then magmator from all the way. And then I need the basic thermogenerator again. Starter thermogenerator again. And I should have pretty much everything completed from there. I just need the spirited energy cell, which means that I need a bunch of you guys. Starter energy cells. 6 is not nearly enough. Wait, I can just go from the basic one. Shoot, why am I not doing basic, hardened, basic? So, basic is just gonna be basic caps, which is the one limiting factor that we've always had for no reason at all. So let's just craft up a ton of you guys. And then from there, we should be able to go friggin' hardened caps again. The capacitors are like the one limiting resource that we have for this entire thing. It's crazy. Okay, 10 of you guys, so then I should be able to finish up crafting most of the hardened. I need more caps. This is absurd. Okay, the amount... Okay, I need more dielectric paste, which means I need more clay, which means that we're going to craft up some clay, and then craft up as much dielectric paste as we can, which means out of those guys, which means blaze rods. It's not an issue, but I just have to craft it all. Because I haven't set up request crafting yet, because I haven't set up a full ME system yet, or finished our base yet. So I need to make a new base. But I need to find a good area for it, which I'm working on. But it's just, there's a lot. But I'm trying to get ahead with recordings so that I can take the time to do that, because it's not a very recording thing to do. There we go. That's all the blaze stuff that I can do, and then we'll craft up full inventory of blaze powder, which should be good. There we go. That should last us for a little bit of time. And then we should have all the coal that we ever need from this. We've got plenty of stuff, so it's not a big deal. So we'll be able to get like 2 inventories almost of dielectric paste, which is good. And from there, we should be able to get ourselves a bunch more caps. So 2 stacks, which will turn into 1 stack of basic large capacitors, which will turn into 5, 6, 7. I'm going to craft up a half a stack of the hardened caps, and then from that, we'll still have more to work with for stuff, because I need to turn hardened ones to blazing ones. I should have blazing caps for it, but yeah, I just wanted to make sure. Then we get niotic ones, and then we should be able to make a spirited one from that, and then we'll get that completely accomplished. There we go. Perfect. We get those energy cells taken care of. I need a spirited solar panel, which means I need more spirited caps. I also need to make the magmator. Some more basic caps. Holy sheesh. Okay. Starter one, which is fine. Then basic one. Go in there, and then hardened one. We'll then go back and blazing one. Chaotic one. And the spirited one. Then I need the nitro one. There we go. Perfect. Fully accomplished. I do need more spirited caps, though, because I'm going to need quite a few for taking care of all this stuff. But I need to make the starter thermo generator again, because for no reason at all, it didn't want to count. So, basic, starter, and then, shoot, redstone, which means redstone, which means that I need to turn the redstone into redstone, which is crazy. I need to fully automate all this, which is not going to be a big issue. I'm just going to do that off camera. It's a little bit boring, to be perfectly honest with you guys. Like, it's not super entertaining watching me just do math for how much power things need and then set up complex machinery. It's not very interesting. Anyway, that should be everything in here accomplished, other than the spirited solar panel. And from there, solar panel stuff should be able to take care of, which means niotic solar panels, blazing solar panels, hardened solar panels, basic solar panels, starter solar panels, and the main limiting factor is just going to be caps again. So I need more redstone, which I guess I can just utilize. Oh my gosh, I just noticed that we have quite a few redstone blocks, actually. In fact, we have a lot of redstone blocks that I did not notice. So that's fun. Anyway, let's make ourselves a ton of caps. And that should be good for now. One of these. So we're gonna get 2 stacks of those guys. And then we're gonna get 4 stacks, 5 stacks of these guys. And then from there we'll be able to get, actually I'm gonna need more of these. So we're gonna craft up as many of those as we can. And then we need as many starter solar panels as we can. Which means I'm gonna need more dielectric casings, which means I'm gonna need iron bars. Which not gonna be a gigantic issue. It's just gonna be like crafting up all these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's the verticals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's the horizontals. We should be able to craft up a bunch of the dielectric casings from there. Perfect. And that should be all that we need for that. To be able to craft up as many starter solar panels as I need, which is essentially a lot, as well as the solar panels that we're going to need for future power. Honestly, solar panels are going to be the most stable source of power for this entire mod pack, although it won't be able to generate, infinite amounts of power. but it can get really close if we just have a giant solar array, so I think that's mostly what I'm going to do. And that is going to be all of our casings taken care of. So 2 more stacks of casings. I'm going to craft up another 2 inventories of starters. No, that's going to be good for starter solar panels. From there, we'll go to the basic ones, which means I need more basic caps. And that should be good. Then we go basic solar panels. Should be able to craft up quite a few of these guys, because we just accumulated so many of the lower tier solar panels. Of course, it takes 3 for a singular one, which is why we crafted up so many of the starter ones, because we're going to need enough to get up to not only hardened, but blazing, niotic, and then spirited. So it's no joke, but we should be able to get there. Anyway, we need more hardened caps, which is not going to be a gigantic issue. So we should be able to craft up the rest of them from here. Yeah, not even an inventory of those guys. Then the blazing solar panels. We need more blazing caps, which is not going to be a big deal either. We don't even need a ton of them anymore, because we can only craft 6 of the solar panels, which means that we might not even have enough at this point. Which I know sounds crazy, since I essentially crafted a ton of them, but yeah, 2 niotics, which won't even get us to a spirited, so I need more stuff. So blazing, or basic, starter. Okay, let's craft up a bunch more. So we need 3, 9, 81. We need a lot. Holy, that's a math. That's a big mathing. Geesh. Okay, well, we should be able to get away with... Okay, shoot, I'm out of dielectric casings already. And I'm already out of dielectric paste, of course. Okay, we're gonna craft up a ton of clay now, because I want to make sure that we're never gonna run out of dielectric paste again. Holy... Okay, this is absurd. We are gonna need to do a little bit more than just this. But this episode, I do think, is gonna run a little bit long, because I'm planning on doing mechanism as well in here. And I know that that's gonna take a little bit by itself. So we're gonna craft up the rods. And that's gonna be that taken care of. Then the other rods, that should be that. And then from there, I should be able to craft up 3 stacks. No, 2 stacks, because I need more iron. I craft up all of the iron into iron ingots. I don't think I did. Not yet, at least. So we'll do that real quick, because why not? Iron, just copious amounts of iron. Very, very helpful. And let's do this. There we go. Perfect. And then from there, we can craft up a bunch more of these starter solar panels until all of our caps are gone, and then harden for basic solar panels, because the hardened isn't even there yet. So that's going to be those, then hardened, 3 more hardened, which will give us the blazing, give us... Okay, well, I need even more, because, yep, of course. Okay, we need more starter solar panels. What's the limiting factor? It's the tiny caps again. So I'm gonna need another, like, 3 inventories worth of these guys out. Actually, I'm gonna just do it until I run out of caps again. Because, holy, this is actually absurd, by the way. Because I have several nitro solar panels, but I never grabbed a spirited, because once I got to niotic, I just decided to go for the nitro. I'm already out of photoelectric panes. Okay. Well, that's a little bit of a bummer, but it's all good. Not a big deal. We should be able to get it from here, I think. Yeah, because that's 7, and then that'll leave us with 3, which will leave us with enough for 1, which will leave us with enough for a spirited. Holy. And that is why it takes so long. Anyway, we completed Awa, which is perfect. Very happy about that. We can also start looking at mechanisms. So that's this entire chapter completed, which is dope. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all the quests that we've completed. This chapter I'm going to save for last because I'm going to claim it all at once. We got easy villager stuff. We also looked into the Mo profession stuff with the beehives and such. So from there, we've got that, all the modium. We got the Hephaestus Forge, which I haven't claimed yet. Got a bunch of blood vials and stuff for that. Petrified orbs or real bottles. All that jazz, nice and simple. ATM star. We got Singularity. Got Pollen. We got Insanium gemstones. We got Insanium blocks. We got Creative Essence. Insanium coal block. Did I not get Insanium coal block? Oh, I made it. I just didn't put it in my inventory. That should give us the quest for that. Yep, Insanium coal block, which is perfect. I need to make witherproof bricks, which is gonna be these guys. So, I need to make that, but that's not really something that I needed to do right now. Cobbled soulstone. Anyway, what we can do now is that should be a quantum ring, and then player transmitter, nitro, basic tools. We accomplished a wooden sword. I forgot I never made a wooden sword. I'm gonna need to make all these different swords. Probably gonna do that off camera or maybe on camera. We get the storage quest, creating your first storage cell. Item storage, portable storage. We also got the 64K up to 256K. I do need to go into the further storage disks because I think the only ones that I'm actually going to keep are going to be the 256 million storage components. Because at that point, then it's actually worth having that, but for now, not really. Anyway, import bus, we accomplished. I can complete more quests in there too. It's just going to take a little bit because I need to set up automation for that. And then we come down here, mystical agriculture. What we do is we got mystical fertilizer. We also got the insanium coal block. We also got creative essence. We also got brainium seeds, unobtainium seeds, and all the modium seeds, which should be almost all of mystical agriculture completed. Where am I missing? I'm just missing the stuff down here, and then what quest am I missing though? Am I missing a quest? Did I not claim something? Can't see it. Am I actually blind? I'm probably blind. Can't see. I'm looking from... Oh, it's right here. It's the wand for mystical agriculture. Yeah. Oh my gosh. That makes sense, because I just got it. For pure luck. Niotic crystal seeds. Cool, I already had those. But I appreciate it. Anyway, productive bees. We got a bunch of stuff in here. We got the big book of bees and everything. We got capturing bees. We got searching for nests. We got the first beehive, the advanced beehive, the expansion box. We got the centrifuge. We got the gene indexer, the baby incubator, the catcher. I need to make a bottler. There's another thing. I also need to make jar, which is another thing. Honestly, I might as well do that right now because why not? So, we'll get ourselves a little oak button, and then we'll get ourselves a bee jar and bottler. Just chuck them back in there real quick, and then I can just claim these guys because they're accomplished. Anywho, so now we got the upgrades, the upgrade base. I'm acquiring more Draconic stuff. I got the speed upgrades. I got a ton of the speedier upgrades because I stopped auto-crafting diamonds. I got the dirt nest, honey treats, glowstone nest, endstone nest, obsidian nest, nest spawning stuff we know about already, all the modium progression we got already. We got the ender bee, the lapis bee, the diamond bee, the ancient bee, the draconic bee, the lapis redstone bee, the glowstone, or the glowing bee. We got the blaz bee. I don't know where I got it, but we got it. Ashy mining bee. We got the chocolate mining bee, yellow carpenter bee, the nomad bee, The lumber bee is pretty dope. Hoarder bee, pretty cool. There's the collector bee, which isn't as good as the hoarder bee apparently, but that's all the bee stuff. And then in mechanism, we got steel, we got the wind generator, again from a different quest, we got the basic control circuit, the infused alloy, the metallurgical condenser. Of course, we got the basic tier installer, we got the basic energy cube. I made some speed upgrades too because I was tired with how slow things were going. And I'm just gonna chuck all that stuff in here because there's no reason to keep it. And then in pneumatic craft, we got the pressure thing, the air compressor. And we also got an omnidirectional hopper, which is cool. Then steam age, we got the steel comb. Extreme reactors, we got the graphite for casings. Powa is completed already. We got the Forbidden and Arcanus ritual stuff. We got the Arcane Crystal Obelisk stuff, apparently. We got some Oriel bottles for the Tier 1 Forge. We got some experience. We got the Edelwood Bucket. We got the Tier 2 Forge. It's cool. We got the Artisan Relic, which took way too long to find, and it was actually really close. Then we got the Obsidian Skull, the Black Hole. That's everything from that. Iron Spells and Spellbooks. We got the inscription table. I grabbed that from a different structure. And then in the Bumble Zone, we got the Welcome to the Bumble Zone thing, which is when you get a smart filter thing, phobia alert, cool. Yeah, bees, that's fine. Anyway, that's everything other than the Power Quests. So what I'm going to do is claim all rewards for the Power Quests. And now we're just going to chuck everything in here fast as we can, and we're gonna take our Oriel bottles and we're gonna bring them up to our Hephaestus Forge because that's the one limiting resource that I'm having right now is I have 0 Oriel. I'm also working on some other stuff up here, but that's not really a bother. I take that, chuck that in there, and I can put relics in there as well, which I will be doing. But what I will need to do right now is give a look at the... Wait, did I get more quests for that? Oh, that one... Oh, I get a reward for that as well. Cool. And then from there, completed that... This is not fully completed, by the way. I need to do all of the auxiliary things. It's just that certain things are complete. So it's not like completed. Along with this is completed, but it's not showing a check mark. So it's a little bit interesting. Anyway, we need to now do mechanism. So mechanism, I need to make the heat generator. I also need to make the osmium compressor. I also need to make the energized smelter. And I'm gonna get, so which cables am I using? I'm using cables. Okay, grab the nitro cables out so that I can have a little bit of a space to work with over here, just because I'd rather have a little bit of space to work with, you know, just casually poking out the side. Anyway, there we go, perfect. Give me one moment to take care of something real quick. Sorry about that. I had to take care of something real quick. Okay, let's get started. I gotta get rid of the jar. It's gonna just haunt me if I leave it there. It's heat generator. We gotta get some advanced control circuits for the osmium compressor, and then we can get ourselves a little energized smelter as well. And I do believe there are tiers for all these stuff, so we need the enrichment chamber and what from there? We can get refined obsidian, which I already should have. Refined glowstone. So should be able to make these guys already because I found some. So we've got refined obsidian and refined glowstone. Cool. Shoot, I needed the enrichment chamber still, because I still need to make it. Let's do this. Let's build the enrichment chamber. I need a steel casing. Cool. Enrichment chamber, dope. You'll love to see it. So we got that. Enriched items. I can enrich diamond in here. The enrichment chamber. So I guess these are all things that I'll need to use eventually. So we get that. And then diamond. Chuck one in there for enriching. And then I need a pressurized reaction chamber, which is an entirely new thing. I can also make reinforced alloy with diamond and infuse. So I need reinforced alloy. And then from there I can make atomic alloy with refined obsidian dust. Or atomic alloy. So, reinforced alloy needs infused alloy. There we go, perfect. So we've got an enrichment chamber, pressurized reaction chamber, and basic chemical tanks. They're gonna cost us a little bit more osmium. Good thing I've got osmium from all the ores, which is perfect. So now we can go there, we can take care of that, we can go like that, we get ourselves an extra little chamber. Tuck that in there, and then all I need is a dynamic tank, which I can carve just like that. Then we craft up a pressurized reaction chamber, just like that, nice and simple. Infused alloy is redstone on copper. We'll just craft up a stack. That way we can go 16, 16, 32. So then I need diamonds and redstone. Redstone. Diamond. So 64 of that. Then I need 48 of you. And then of that I need refined obsidian. So refined obsidian, I need 32 of you. Perfect. So that's the metallurgic infuser. That's redstone. Dump that. Chuck that redstone in there instead. Crusher. I need to crush the diamonds. I need to use the copper. Which will go like that. Perfect. That'll take care of itself. We also have the pressurized reaction chamber, which will go right here. So this will crush into diamond dust. And then once this is taken care of, 3, 3, 2. Okay, so that's going good. That's going perfect. Then once that's taken care of, all this, these are all nitro solar panels, by the way. That costs so much time. I don't know if you guys know the full extent of how long I've put into this series, but we're on day 276. And yeah, anyway, 40 you guys, put the rest of the 8 in there, and then we can chuck the crusher in there to crush some refined obsidian. And the enrichment chamber should be done with the diamond. There we go, enriched diamond. And then we have that. And then we're gonna get reinforced alloy. I need more diamond, apparently. Because, wait, how much is it for these? So, for the reinforced alloy, it's 20. So it's 2 for 1. So instead of needing 48, I need a stack and a half. What about for the atomic? It's 4. So 4 times. So for that, I'm gonna need quite a bit of refined. I'm gonna need not just a stack if it's for a half, but I'm gonna need 2 stacks. There we go. That's gonna be a lot though. And I guess I might as well make another crusher for that. Crusher. Basic crushing factory. I need a crusher for that, which means that. And then that, I need 2 buckets of lava. Not a big deal. So we get a crusher. We already have basic crushing factory. Advanced crushing factory. I can make 2 of you guys, then make a advanced crushing factory. There we go. Then from there, that's gonna go in here. Then I'm also gonna need the speed upgrades. I crafted a whole ton of them. So upgrades. Some of you guys. I'm just gonna install a full set of upgrades into all these guys, other than the heat generator, I guess, because it won't take them, but... Wait, I need more? Is it not... Wait, what's the... Okay. So, 20... Okay, what is a crushed diamond's value? So if you use it... Okay. We'll just grab some more diamonds. I don't really care at this point. It doesn't really matter a whole ton to me. I just want to make sure that everything is where it needs to be. So, yeah. 1, 2, 3... Okay. But does that mean I need 8 of the refined obsidian dust for each one? Shoot. Wait, no, I had exactly enough because I had 16 more infused alloy left. That's annoying. Okay, well, that's fine. It's okay. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It doesn't matter. And we'll dump that, then we get that, and then go and take those, and then chuck that in there, and it goes, and... Holy, these are expensive. These atomic alloy are expensive. I think we're only going to be able to craft half a stack of them from that whole thing. Hey, that's what it's looking like. 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Perfect. Okay, so we got our atomic alloy. We got that stuff taken care of, which is perfect. From there, need advanced control circuits. Then the elite control circuits. Then the ultimate control circuits. So, advanced, elite, ultimate. Perfect. Okay, and from there we need the electrolyte separator. Electrolyte separator. Gold dust, osmium dust, iron dust. Okay, cool. So that guy, and then I'm also gonna need a purification chamber. Also gonna need a sink because it's an infinite water source. The gas burning generator. Crusher we already have, which is dope. I can also just do that. Biofuel is gonna be crushed flowers or moss blocks, and then we need to substrate with the pressurized reaction chamber with hydrogen and water. And HCPE pellets are in pressurized reaction chamber with ethylene and oxygen. Okay, this is going to be a whole thing that I'm going to need to set up, but for now I think I'm just going to go through all of the different cable stuff. So, got the universal cable, the mechanical pipes, sorry, pressurized tubes, logistical transporter, and then thermodynamic conductor. Then we also need a basic chemical tank and the derivatives of such. I also need a biogenerator, but that's after biofuel, which is a whole nother thing, so it doesn't really matter. Anyway, let's make ourselves... For this guy, I need gold dust. Fine. I also am going to need iron dust. Cool. And then we can craft that up, and then we can get ourselves that real quick. Then we need 2 of you, perfect, to get ourselves another enrichment chamber into a purification chamber. Enrichment to purification. Then we need a multi-block sink for the multi-block kitchen, which is a source water block thing. And then I need more refined obsidian. Not really an issue. For the gas burning generator, I need an electrolyte core. I also need 2 biogenerators, which means biofuel, which is those guys in crushers. So what we'll do is moss. How much moss costs us? Okay, moss is not something that we will craft. What's our highest up? Oh, we can just leaves in the crusher, I think. Nope. Okay. What are the applicable biofuel? So we've got the flowers, saplings. Wait, that's normal leaves. So can I just use, you know, like jungle leaves? Is that gonna work? Because I swear if this works, I'm gonna cry. It does, of course. Wow. That's crazy. Let's get some sleep so that we can generate some more power for this stuff, because as of right now, we're running low on power. Generate everything. I guess I need more energy upgrades. Let's look up what that costs. Energy upgrade. Perfect. Okay. Well, we got a ton of biofuel now, which we can use to make ourselves the little good old-fashioned biogenerators. So we'll craft up 2 of them. Then I need another electrolyte core, which means I need iron dust, which is fine. So then we'll craft up another electrolyte core, craft up ourselves a gas-burning generator. From there, I can chuck those guys in here because I don't really care about them that much, and then I can finish off by grabbing the rest of the biofuel, yes. Yeah, auto sort is going to be the most efficient way, and I need lots of the energy upgrades in order for things to properly work. So, what are the upgrades going to cost us overall? If I can craft up like a stack of them, it's dope. Structural glass, that's fine. Craft up a couple stacks of structural glass, and I need some gold dust, it's not an issue. Craft up some energy upgrades. Max installed is 8, so I need more. Just crush up some gold. What is the other way to get gold? How much can I crush up? Just normal gold, I guess? Okay, cool. Well, that's plenty. Then we can craft up 16, and I need more used alloy, which is just red. Wait, I can go with the, I'm gonna need redstone, and then I'm gonna need copper. And I'm just gonna do a stack, and then I'm gonna turn it into an infusing factory. Because that's gonna be the most efficient way, I think, for this to go. Yeah. What do I need for an infusing factory? Oh, it's actually, like, nothing. Okay, well, then I might as well just break that. Take that. I already... Oh, I didn't even get the metallurgic infuser yet. Basic infusing factory, and then we go 2 of you guys, and then we get ourselves the advanced infusing factory. Then we go and craft up 2 more of you guys, and then we go into here and we craft up 2 elite control circuits, and then we get some more gold. Not an issue. Then we get an elite infusing factory, and that's just gonna go right here. Because we're gonna need so much more redstone. I'm gonna grab a stack of blocks. Then copper. We're gonna need 7, 8 stacks of you. Perfect. And that should be able to fill that up just nicely. To energy, speed, and then it's pretty quiet already, so I'm not gonna muffle it, but yep. Effect 16x, effect 16x, perfect. Exactly how it needs to be. That's gonna go in there. Auto sort's gonna be on so that it goes as fast as it possibly can. And then I'm gonna grab some more redstone because we're gonna need a lot of this stuff. And then do without that infused alloy is take it and we grab our advanced crushing factory and we're gonna upgrade it to next tier up. So turn it into an elite crushing factory. I need more advanced control circuits. I'm gonna need guys. Craft up 4 of you guys, and then craft up Elite Crushing Factory, and then I'm gonna craft up some ultimate control circuits because we're gonna craft up an ultimate crushing factory. And from there, we're gonna smack you down, and we're going to energy upgrade you as max as they can be. Perfect. And then that is going to be crushing some 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Perfect. So now this should be able to auto sort should be off so that I can. Oh, it doesn't want to crush all the different stuff at the same time. It will because I need that stuff. There we go. There we go. And now auto sort can be on. And then I should be able to grab all you guys. And I'm gonna need a lot more, but this should be good because then we get a bunch of infused alloy, and then we're gonna get more copper because we're gonna need to craft up a ton of copper stuff with the infused alloy because these things are incredibly efficient, and so they're probably the best way for us to actually be doing this, to be honest, is with the infusing factories and such. It's genuinely going to be the best way for us to do this, so I think I'm going to be utilizing these machines a lot more in the future for finishing up stuff as fast as possible. Anyway, we got all the dust stuff now, which means I'm going to need more refined obsidian. Refined obsidian. Oh, that's not it. Perfect. Because I need double the refined obsidian that I do the diamond. And I'm just gonna craft everything straight to the ultimate tier, the atomic tier. Is there a higher tier than this? Is the real question. Doesn't look like it. That's a bummer, but it's not a terrible thing. Anyway, let's do this. Let's fill up again and grab all you guys. Then once this goes through a little bit, then we can just chuck that in there. And I'm gonna need more redstone. Stone, grab, that should be enough, right? Should be enough to get this through this full thing, I think. Although, it might not be, because it is going fast. It goes rapidly, to be honest. So, I think I'm gonna redstone. I'm gonna grab 4 stacks. Yeah, it's going way faster than it can handle it. Which is hilarious to me. Okay, there we go. Grab those guys out, and then should be able to pump all that stuff. Perfect, and then that's going to be all of that. So now we need all the diamond dust, and we're going to need all these guys. And that's going to go in there, and then that's gonna get just like this. Perfect. It goes super slow, honestly, because we're running out of diamond dust. Because it can't go as fast as it should. But anywho, that's 2 stacks. Let's get ourselves more diamonds. So we can just crush up a ton of diamonds, and then from there we go. I mean, or I just enrich them, which might be a shout. I think I'm gonna start with the better enrichment chamber after this for the next machine. Enrich. Well, anyway, this episode's gone on pretty long, so I think I'm gonna end it here, and then we'll work on this stuff in between episodes and maximize our efficiency and get to a certain good point. And I'm also gonna work on some more bee stuff and other stuff in between. So I hope you enjoy. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in next one. Bye bye.